Hello and welcome to the Jamie Hills Podcast. In this podcast, join your host Jamie and special guests for conversations surrounding all things video games, from the latest news in the gaming world to debates. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and drop a like on the episode. Also use code JamieHillsYT in the Fortnite item shop and the Epic Games Store. Thank you for tuning in, and we hope you enjoy the episode. Now on to your host, Jamie Hills.
Hello guys, welcome back to a brand new episode of the Jamie Hills Podcast. Here we are, episode 4, and today we are joined by two guests, and I'll let them introduce themselves.
Hello guys, how's it going? Some of you may remember me from a few years ago, but it's Landon. I have a gaming channel and I also make music. So hi.
And I'm. Oh, okay.
Just keep going.
Yeah, all right. And I'm CG7 Games. I don't think I've been on your channel before, Jamie, so it's probably a first time for me. But I also run a gaming channel, and I am the founder, some people would say, of Venomized Gaming.
Yeah, I was actually saying this myself in my stream. Like, I don't think you've actually been on my channel before. Like, I think you've been in a clip maybe of like some of my Fortnite videos. But
Yeah.
I don't think you've actually been on a video on my channel yet, so yeah.
No,
Welcome, man.
it's first time for everything, isn't it?
So yeah, today guys, we're going to be going through a whole load of different questions, topics, talking about a load of different things to do with gaming, to do with, you know, each other's channels, each other's lives. And I think we'll just begin with, like, first of all, Landerton, what's been going on with you? What's been going on in your life? You know, your channel, anything you want to talk about, really?
It's been going very interesting. I've kind of taken a step back compared to like in the past where I've been really all focused on my channel. I have not been as focused, but I also feel like I've produced somewhat better content. The biggest change I've been doing here recently is I have started doing music production. I currently have a Spotify with 3 songs. You know, if you guys want to check it out, I just released a new single, Violent Nights. It's pretty, you know, if you haven't listened to it, you gotta listen to it. But I've also have been very, very, very busy in my personal life. I have a full-time job now working as a manager for the back-of house of my restaurant. I am also doing college at the same time. I'm going for business marketing. So I've been trying to juggle work and, you know, I also just got into a relationship about a couple of months ago. So I've also been trying to juggle that too. And it's been a lot, but it's been really nice. This is probably the happiest I've been in a while. So even though I haven't been producing on the channel or anything, I'm still working on stuff in the background, and I'm actually working on a video that I have not worked, or like I have not done a series or a video on the series in like 4 or 5 years. So I'm hoping you guys will be very, very excited for that video.
Yeah, on the content side of things, I saw your vlog. I thought that was actually a decent video. Like, I actually enjoyed watching that. It was a good vlog.
Thank you.
And,
Yeah,
and that,
I also swapped the editing software. I used to use, I think it was HitFilm, and now I just went ahead and bought the Adobe one. So yeah.
I think there are a lot of people interested in, like, because obviously for yourself, like, you don't really, you never used to anyway, show yourself a lot, and like I think a lot of people will be interested in seeing like what goes on in your day-to-day life as well. Like, saying, you know, going out to see the Five Nights at Freddy movie. Like, I feel like a lot of people will be interested in that kind of content.
Oh yeah, I've always liked doing vlogs. This is the second vlog I ever did. The first one was my vacation vlog, which was like 4 years ago, and that was
Yeah,
a while ago, and it did pretty well too. I think the FNAF vlog did pretty well as well.
I mean, bro, it's come a long way since then, you know?
Yes, sir. I think we've all come a long way since
Yeah,
before COVID.
yeah. And CJ, I mean, same question to you. Like, what's been going on in your life? You know, what's been going on your channel? You know, what's been going on?
I mean, probably could take a lot to well up Landy there. Fucking hell. Well, you know, my life's been pretty alright. I've managed to actually get a job which I can do to like balance out my content creation, so I'm very happy with that. Uh, I've pretty much been trying to like more of like focus on YouTube and just trying to have like better my life in general. So I'm very happy with that. I'd say
Yeah.
the last year or so has probably been like the better years of my life because from like COVID, from like the COVID year to like say 2022, it's a bit on and off. But for like last year, it's definitely been like a lot better. So yeah, hopefully it's just gonna be like more of that to come.
Yeah. Um, and I mean, you've been killing it as well on your channel. Like, I said it in my video when I said I was coming back or whatever. Like, I hope to find myself in a situation you're in where it's like you can just power videos and like get decent traction on them all. Because I think that's what
Yeah,
me in my situation. It was like, you know, I was doing Fortnite consistently and it was shit basically.
I remember I was actually gonna at one time try and make my channel just a Fortnite and GTA channel, and oh my god, I'm so happy I didn't.
Honestly, it was the worst decision I've probably ever made. Genuinely. I think Landy, I think like I was talking, I was like, we were still talking like regularly when I did that, and it was like, I remember telling you that I was gonna do that, and then it's just fucking, what a shit fucking decision.
Yeah.
Ultimately, well, I mean, it was doing all right for a bit. Like, I'm not like, I feel like that was probably my peak, but like, it just you burned you out, man, and like especially when
Oh yeah.
the game just got. Let's not even talk about the game because the game just got shit, and
Yeah.
doing that consistently, playing a game that you don't really enjoy playing anymore, but you have to like try and force it for just the channel, like nah, man, it's not a good place to be, to be honest.
Yeah.
But for myself, I mean, just like I've been chilling, man, just working. Obviously, come back 1st of January. Been grinding, trying to grind anyway. Um, got a job like end midway, like midway through last year. Then met a girl like September time, and it's hard. It was a hard thing to do after COVID because COVID like fucked me like massively. Like anxiety wise, it just fucking it was dreadful. Like I didn't feel myself ever like getting back to normal again. And same thing like you were saying, Landy. Like it's just I feel the happiest I've been in a while and the best I've been in a while. Like to do with life and the YouTube side of things, both things. Like I just feel like I've gotten back to how I used to be. You know.
Yeah. Well, I'm happy for you, man.
No, no, like, I'm happy for you as well. Like, it's just, yeah, man. It's good, and hopefully 2024 will be a good year. So, just moving on to that, 2024. Any personal goals you got for yourself? Anything you want to strive towards by the end of the year, and you want to look back and you want to say, "Oh, I did that." Any goals you got?
You want to do this one first, CJ, or do you want me to do it first?
I'll go first for this one, sure. Um, well, I know I mentioned this in your like New Year's stream that I want to be able to like get my driving license because I've been doing lessons now since like I think April of 2023, and they've been like on and off. Some because my driving instructor has been like he's had sometimes we had to cancel, but it's what it is. My next lesson is like very soon, so hopefully we can get into like a good swing of things. So and hopefully I can like get to my theory test and hopefully get my license soon before the end of the year. I don't think I'll be able to like move out because that's obviously another goal. I want to like get my own place so I can
Yeah,
just focus and chill. I think I'm gonna aim for that for next year, not for this year. 'Cause I think next year is more 2025 is more realistic. So
yeah.
yeah, that's pretty much
Um,
all I've got to
and
say.
like, well, yeah, as personal goals, do you have any like YouTube side of thing goals, like content wise? Any goals for that?
Uh, well, for YouTube wise, I wanted to try and like I don't really have make subscriber goals anymore as I
No.
like I used to. Right now, I just focus on getting better. and just keep making content I like making.
Yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough. Landy, what you got?
Um, I've been kind of thinking about it. Because with my job, they've also wanted me to set goals. Kind of personally for 2024, the main thing has just been kind of keep powering through college, and still doing work full time. As I don't, as you saw in the vlog, I have like a new truck. It's it's got a hefty debt with it, and so I'm trying to do pretty well with my finances, making sure I actually pay advance for my truck payment to go ahead and get it out of the way, while also maintaining a decent amount of money to do whatever I want with. So just kind of doing good budgeting, finishing college and work. I wanted to be the shift leader for my work because like I said, right now I'm the primary back of house manager, but I want to be the entire shift leader for the entire restaurant. So I'm kind of working on that, and that's basically all I've had for personal goals. I haven't
Yeah.
really done anything with YouTube at this point. It's kind of more of a hobby than it. Whereas in the past, I wanted it to be something else, and now I'm just kind of like I just literally do it for fun. If I do get subscribers, if I do like eventually make money, that's cool and all. But at this point, it is just for fun. But I guess the only goal I do have is, like I said, the video I'm working on, try to get it out before the end of the year because I've already spent like 2 hours on it. I'm pretty sure it's only like 30 seconds worth of footage. So
Damn.
yeah, it's a very big project that I'm doing. I shouldn't say big project. It's just very tedious. And I don't want to rush it because I have a problem with rushing projects, especially when it gets closer to the end. And I'm trying my damnedest not to rush it. And I want it to be a really good video. Hopefully, it will be my best video I've ever done because it's got a lot of good content in it. I'll say that way. But my main thing is just to finish it this year.
You got any teasers? Like what get me excited, bro.
Let's just say I'm trying to find the best teaser. Um, I don't know. Probably just gonna say like uh well I'll just tell you what the title is. I'll just go ahead and say it. It
Okay,
is
huh.
another best moments.
Ooh,
So
okay.
the last time we did that one was I think right when COVID hit because yeah that was right when COVID hit because we had the Travis Scott in it and we had the Resident Evil 3. So we
Yeah.
got a lot of content to look over for the last 3 or 4 years and so that's why it's been taking me a long time too because I'm having to rewatch a lot of my videos.
Well, like, what about your music? You got any goals with that? Or is that just like kind of hobby kind of thing as well?
For music, I probably wouldn't say this year. I do have a goal for it though, but it's gonna be within like the next probably 3 years. I kind of actually set it as a college goal. I want to release an album before I graduate.
Okay. Fair enough. I mean, I wish you the best of luck, yeah, with all them, both of
Thank
you,
you.
with all them goals, because yeah, I mean, the same kind of thing for me as well. Like, I need to get driving as well, kind of like you, CJ. I need to get my license
Yeah.
sorted, um, and I do want to move out as well. I'm probably going to be, hopefully, find a place with my girlfriend at some point. Um, just I don't want to be living forever with my fucking parents. You know what I mean? Like, so I need to get out and fucking yeah. With the YouTube side of things, just again, like just grind. I hope just stay consistent. That's my main thing. Like, I just need to keep the mindset of staying consistent because it's hard to. It's been hard to keep up with it, even over just 2 weeks since the 1st of January. Like, just keeping consistent. I've been going through the kind of upload schedule slash stream schedule of like one day on, one day off, one day on, one day off, and like I'm dealing with it. I think it'll get harder, but right now I'm managing it and just keep going. Like I'd love to put myself back on 2K subs because at one time I was at that, and then obviously I stopped, and I think that's what I want to get towards by the end of the year. Just enjoying life as well, as a whole, you know. Um, yeah. So let's get into the main topics. No longer talking about our life or anything. We could talk about gaming. No, we all like games. We all play games. What
I mean, it's literally
are
my YouTube
you?
name, so.
Yeah, true. um, what games are you looking forward to this year? Or if you're not looking forward to any this year, what games would you like to be announced this year? If it like at Summer Game Fest or a Game Awards, probably not Game Awards. Game Awards has been shit, but the past few years. But what would you like to be announced if you could, if you could imagine something to be announced, like the perfect game that you would just be like buying that day one, pre-ordering it, and I'm playing it all day. What would that be? And yeah, who wants to go first? Landy, you go first.
Thanks.
No worries, man.
Democracy go crazy
Right.
in here. I might be dumb. I don't think there's any games here recently that was announced that I'm that excited about. Last year I was pretty excited for Help Wanted 2,
Yeah.
which was fucking phenomenal. I love the game. I should have done a series on it, but I kind of played that one with my family a little bit because like my family's big into the FNAF games too, and my girlfriend is too, so we all play together, and God, it was so fucking good. And really fucking terrifying. But after that, to me, there has not been any games I've been that excited about. Unless, like I said, I'm just forgetting some, which is possible. So I guess like I would go with like what games would I want to be announced. Um, I'm always Naughty Dog, bro. You can always hit us with another Uncharted, bro. It doesn't have to be Nathan Drake. It could be Chloe, bro. You saw she can carry. I would love a new Uncharted game.
Yeah.
Um, Or oh, actually wait, no. I don't know if it's coming out this year. I think it is. Silent Hill 2 remake. I'm pretty excited about that. I've never played any of the Silent Hill games, and I'm ready for me to play for the first time because I've heard nothing but good things. And then obviously we'll probably get a Resident Evil game this year, maybe, and maybe we'll get Leon Kennedy back or Jill Valentine. Just anybody but Chris, please, bro.
Well, I saw with Resident Evil I think they're remaking 5, no? Are they remaking 5 or
They're,
are they going on to 9?
I'm hoping they're going on to 9, but there's talks about them remaking 5. I don't think there's anything confirmed though. They just kind of there's like speculation because of how Resident Evil 4 remake ended. It sounded like they were remaking 5.
I mean, you think
I
they
mean,
would be,
5
considering
is going
they've
to be a
like
mess to
remade those
remake,
games.
right? Especially today. Like I've heard there's a lot of controversy around 5. I've never played it, but I've heard there's a lot of controversy around
Um,
5.
it's been a while since I played it. I don't remember there being any controversy. I remember it took place in Africa. Um, that like it was good. It was the first Resident
Yeah.
Evil game you could play with like a friend, and it was pretty fucking fun. I don't have anything wrong with it, but
No.
again, I was like 14 probably when I last played it, so it's
It,
been a while.
it is 2024. Anyone can get fucking pissed off at anything these days, honestly.
True, true.
Um. So yeah. Did you say what you were looking forward to? What you would want to be announced? Sorry. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Naughty Dog, right?
if
Yeah,
I if
Naughty
I, if
Dog.
there's anything to be
Sorry.
announced, Uncharted 5, Resident Evil 9 with either Leon or Jill, and then as a game I'm excited for, I don't think it's coming out this year. It might be, but Silent Hill 2 remake, because that is confirmed to be coming out eventually.
Yeah. What about you, CJ?
Um, I mean, obviously the Suicide Squad game's coming out in literally like a month or so, and
Yeah.
with that game I'm kind of like 50-50 on it. Like, I feel like
I wanted to mention
it could
that
literally be one of the best games ever,
yeah.
or it could be Marvel's Avengers.
Jesus. No, because I was gonna mention that because I was like, I've been sitting on the fence myself because I was like, at one moment I'm like, okay, I'm gonna pre-order it, and the next moment I'm like, let me just wait. And then I think fucking IGN came out was like a review on it, and they was like, we played the game and we did not like it.
Well, no one listens to IGN.
IGN is.
Oh God, that is true.
Yeah, but I think they said the same thing with Avengers, and then I was like, nah, I'm just gonna buy it, and then yeah, that kind of turned out a fucking mess. And I bought the most expensive one of Avengers, like pre-order, and that was
Oh, God.
fucking Honestly, what a fucking mistake that was. But yeah, I think I will play it. But yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably say a game I'm looking forward to is maybe the Persona 3 remake coming out this year, or actually coming out in a month as well. Because last year and the year before that, I played both versions of Persona 5, and I literally got addicted instantly. It's like a free roam game in like Japan. We just like it's kind of like Pokemon, kind of. That's what some people can like say. It's like, and yeah, the remake is basically like you're playing Persona 5 with like the free roam and stuff. And I've started playing like the original Persona 3, and I'm really enjoying it. So that's kind of getting me really excited for the remake as well.
I've never played it. Have you played it, Landy? I don't.
The Persona games, no.
Yeah,
I know Etika used to be a big fan of it, but I've never played them. I kind of want to try it, kind of don't. It's not like it doesn't intrigue me that much, but I'm
yeah.
also not going to shit on the people that play it because it might be good, and I don't know.
Fairs, fairs. And looking for like, would you want anything to be announced? Like dream announcement? What would that be?
Well, I've said this for ages. I want there to be a Ghost of Tsushima 2 announcement like soon. I'm hoping this is the year. Or
Yeah.
if not that, just bro, give me an announcement for Days Gone 2 already. Mm,
Oh God, bro, Days Gone
I
2
want that.
would hit different.
Days Gone.
That's the
What?
zombie game that came out, like right before
It
the
sounds
PS5 came
familiar, but
out.
I can't put my finger on it.
It
Oh, is
was
the geezer on the motorcycle,
Yeah,
right?
motorcycle. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I know there's like a cult following for that game. Yeah.
yeah. The first game was really good, even though a lot of people crapped on it. I think it's because when it first came
It had
out,
its
it
issues, but
it
it
was quite
was
buggy
fun.
when it first came out. But yeah, the story, everything about it was really good.
Yeah.
And the character you play as is badass. So
Yeah.
yeah, one of those two, a Ghost 2 or Days Gone 2, and I'll be happy.
Never played the first Ghost. I never played the first Days Gone, but I need to give them both a try. uh, yeah, my story game knowledge it doesn't go too far, but you know I'm trying. I only played God of War
You should
yet,
try
so
story games. They are some of the best games ever.
yeah. For myself, I'm looking forward to Last of Us Part 2 remake remastered. Someone might not agree with me there, but you know, this is what it is.
Don't know who that geezer is. Sounds like he needs to kill himself or doesn't agree.
I'm looking forward to Suicide Squad as well, even though I might not get it day one, but I'm looking forward to that. I literally, honestly, if there was a skip button of 2025, give us GTA 6, I would happily press
Yeah.
that button.
Oh
I
my
looked
God,
up at
I knew
games
I was
that are
forgetting
coming out.
something. GTA 6, bro.
God, when I was
I
watching
looked
that
up
trailer and I saw
what games.
2025, I literally fell to the floor.
That's literally how I was with Spider-Man 2. Like we got announced for 2021, it's 2023. I was like, really? And
Yeah.
again, it did go quite quick. To be fair, you just forget about it after they don't show anything for ages, and they like when it
Yeah.
gets closer, and you're like, oh shit. But yeah, I literally just searched up what games come out in 2024, and there's fuck all.
Literally.
It's
And this
literally just Suicide Squad. It's Tekken 8, but I'm not a big fan of Tekken myself.
Mario versus Donkey Kong. Any
Oh,
Nintendo lovers out there?
oh, like the Final Fantasy remilked,
I didn't know
as I call
that.
it.
Fucking fuck. Can we all be in agreement? Final Fantasy needs to fuck off.
Well, no, the
Dude,
seventh
I
version.
got so
of
fucking
the seventh
tired.
game, yes. Because they can't keep milking that freaking.
I'm sorry if you watch
There's
Game
like
Awards, yeah, there was about 5 announcements to do with Final
I
Fantasy.
know.
Bro,
There's like 10.
And I
There's
can
like
tell
10
you-
million versions of the seventh game. Like, why?
There was like a mobile game, then there was like an Apex collab, then there was a remastered, and then there was a for this one the Rebirth or whatever it is.
There's a
Oh,
remake integrated.
Remastered, Rebirth, remake.
Now it's just
Anna can tell
remixed.
you, we watched the Game Wars together. I got I shouldn't say physically violent because that sounds bad, but I got like really mad to the point where I was like screaming from all the goddamn Final Fantasy bullshit that was going on in the Game Awards. It was fucking awful.
But Game Awards was just trash
when
last year,
the
though.
first like trailer for Rebirth got announced, I was in a party with Callum, and like when he said like the rumors were true, that's when he honestly thought it was GTA 6 because he had heard something online that GTA 6 was going to be announced. So like when he said the rumors are true, he thought it was GTA 6, and then I saw the main guy from Final Fantasy 7, and then I was like, bro, it's Final Fantasy, and then he saw the text music and he lost it and he went absolutely apeshit.
Yeah.
He literally did the biggest fucking ear rape I've ever had in my life. My ears were aching.
Because it's like I was watching it with Logan, and because it's late here Game Awards when we watch Game Awards, I was just like, I could be sleeping other than watching fucking 5 fucking announcements for the same fucking game basically. If you like Final Fantasy, get off, stop watching, leave the channel.
Watch that game be Game of the Year for this year. Watch it. Watch it.
I mean, there's not much competition though, is there? Do you know what I mean? So it probably will.
Why then? That's probably why they released it this year. Like, oh, there's not much competition. All right, easy dub. Cool.
I'm trying to look what else we got coming. There's a South Park game. I don't know about that. I haven't seen much about
Oh
that.
yeah, I forgot about the South Park game. I was excited, but it looks weird. So I may
Helldivers
or may
2.
not play it.
If anyone's played Helldivers, the first one, apparently that's a big game. Just
There's a
shit,
new Like a
really.
Dragon game. I've been meaning to get into like the Like a Dragon series.
Devil May Cry. Oh no, that's on mobile. Never mind. Yeah, I mean it's just a pretty shit fucking Skull and Bones. If anyone's seen that, it's like a Sea of Thieves kind of game, but it's Ubisoft made it.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be
Yeah.
shit because Ubisoft.
Yeah. Although speaking of Sea of Thieves, I saw it might be coming to PlayStation, so that would be pretty good.
I was going to play it, and that's fucking great.
That would be
Yeah.
great, bro.
But yeah, not much. Not a lot's going on. Not a lot's going on.
Well, yet, because we could still get something from
True.
it later.
True. Yeah. And what I would want to be announced is something from Naughty Dog, because I know they're working on something. Naughty Dog have been quiet since Last of Us Part 2, literally. Well, I say
Yes.
quiet, but they've been releasing remasters of Last of Us 1 and Last of Us 2. Like, they need to release a new game. Like, honestly, I don't care whether it's like Last of Us Part 3 or whether it's Uncharted 5 or whether it's just a new title. I need them to produce something because we starving out here, man.
Oh God, I think
Uncharted
it's probably gonna be a
Day
new
Collection
title.
remake.
I think it would be a new game because, a new title, and I would be down for that. Like I love Uncharted 5 and like Last of Us, it's a good series too. But I do think it's time for them to do something different, and I would be down for it.
You struggled to say that, innit? I heard you gritting your teeth while you were saying it. I don't know why I heard the rumors of Uncharted 5 though. I swear they were like getting rid of the Uncharted, like they were passing it to another company. That was like a rumor a while ago, right? I swear it was.
That does sound familiar.
Oh, just honestly, Uncharted 4 was an amazing place to leave it, and I mean they can just pick it up with anyone there, like because the
Yeah.
Lost Legacy game was amazing too. So I mean I'm gonna be mentioning some of them in my top 10, but it was just something from them would be amazing. Other than that, I'm trying to think, what would I want? A Spider-Man
offense to any
deal,
Overwatch
Spider-Man 2
fans,
DLC.
but, like, oh yeah, I was literally gonna say Spider-Man 2 DLC after they like teased it with something.
A Carnage DLC would be amazing.
Yeah.
What was you gonna say about Overwatch? Well, I think.
Like no offense to any Overwatch fans, but it still freaking annoys me that I was playing Uncharted 4, that didn't get Game of the Year, and Overwatch did for 2016.
Yeah. I like Overwatch. I was a big fan of it, but Uncharted was
I
ripped.
never got into it.
I mean, there's been
Dude.
so many robberies of Game of the Year.
Dude, 2016 was a tough year though, because you had Doom, you had Uncharted 4, and I think there was another really good game that came out that year too, and fucking Overwatch won it.
I'm trying to look through like, so like 2016 Overwatch won it, then 2017 Breath of the
2016
Wild
there was
won
a
it.
Final Fantasy game that came out, so
I'm trying to get a list up of like the nominees of each year, but it's like, I think there's been a lot of, this year especially, Spider-Man 2 should have won Game of the Year, I don't care. Baldur's Gate 3, the fuck? Who the, like, when that kept winning awards, I was like, bruv, fuck off.
yeah, I thought it was gonna be either Spider-Man 2 or Alan Wake 2. I didn't think fucking Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
That game just looks like Dragon Age.
It's literally, I think the reason why it's such a big game, and I've never played it, so I'm not gonna really shit on it that much. But I don't like the game. I haven't seen it, but I'm pretty sure it's literally just a Dungeons and Dragons game. So that's probably why it's winning all these awards. The Dungeons and Dragons fans are going nuts over it, which I can't say nothing against because like if FNAF was ever nominated, they would go fucking nuts over it too. So I can't say shit about it.
2018, I mean, fair enough, God of War won it in 2018, but I think Red Dead 2 should have won it in 2018.
I don't know, dude. God of War campaign was really fucking.
I've never played God of War though. I've played.
I mean,
I've
you
played Red
also
Dead.
had the first Spider-Man game in 2018 as well.
True.
Oh, that
true.
is true. Yeah, that was a tough year.
Who won it in
2019 was
2019? I
dead.
can't remember it.
2019, I think
Did
Sekiro won
Smash
it.
win it? In
I think
Oh no,
Sekiro.
it was Sekiro died twice, the Dark Souls game.
right.
Yeah, 2019 was quite dead.
Resident Evil 2 should have won that right there. I think. I forgot. who was
Yes,
nominated.
dude. I've been saying.
I'm not going to say anything about 2020 because I'll cause an argument.
What happened? What happened in 2020, man? Oh, Doom Eternal and Lost. That's where all the problems stem from, man. Oh, and Ghost was there actually. Yeah, shit. That was...
Yeah. 2021, you probably think,
Bro, I love how all three of us have a different game of the year for 2020.
yeah.
Yeah, Last was
2021,
kind
you
of
probably,
sweet
Jamie, you
that
probably
way,
think Village should have won it.
What won
shit.
music that year? Because I forgot. Because it should have been Doom Eternal, but it was like fucking Final Fantasy, wasn't it?
huh? Oh, I think so.
Because everyone simps over Final Fantasy music, let's be honest.
Everyone's since of Final Fantasy. I want to find the cult following of Final Fantasy and have a fucking conversation.
They probably have that. Final Fantasy, I bet Final Fantasy stands are like Dream stands, honestly. Toxic as hell.
I don't know. I wouldn't go that far. I haven't seen any toxicity from them. Dream fans
Well,
are
Well,
Who-
just
who
wait.
won it?
They've
Who
a
got
whole
won
that-
different
one?
breed.
It Takes
Yeah, we
Two. Yeah,
Yeah, it takes two
won
one
it.
over Resident Evil Village.
Village should have won that. Village was such a good game, man.
Oh
Honestly.
god, bro, I love Village.
And then 2022, the only reason Elden Ring won is because God of War Ragnarok came out in November.
I'm not going
I'm
to
gonna
comment
say that
because
right
I think Horizon Forbidden West should have won that year. To be honest,
What was the one that year again? I forgot.
I couldn't give a straight face, man. I was going to say Stray, man. What about Stray? Huh?
The iconic cat game.
Yeah. What?
We just threw him meow for 3 hours.
At this point, Game Awards is just a joke. At this point,
Oh god.
like. And then
How does
this
Jeff
year,
Keighley always
there was
manage to
actually,
happy? Like, bruh.
yeah, he kind of pisses me off at this point. I mean, this year was full of like a load of good games for him. I thought going into it, I was like, oh, Legend of Zelda's gonna, win everything because I feel
Yeah,
like it's
'cause-
just like cult following. But
Yeah, I
Since it
really
wa-
thought it was
since
gonna do
it
a lot
won-
better than it did.
But
since
Spider-Man
Zelda
won
the
nothing.
2017.
they won nothing. Not
They
like
should have won at least something. And then
even
all
like
the freaking, and then all the haters were like, haha, Spider-Man actually sucks. Fuck you.
even like fucking voice acting like Yuri or like Yuri Lowenthal, like, is it Lowenthal, the fucking Spider-Man
Yeah.
actor? He should have won it, like 100%.
Yeah, bro, Bully Lowenthal, Jesus.
Like he
He
was
was fucking,
he
he
was
was fucking
sick.
savage.
Yeah. Is what it is. I don't even know who won it. That weird geezer.
Probably some from Baldur's Gate, to be honest.
It was a Baldur's
It
Gate
was.
person, I think. Yeah.
Oh, was it? I think one of the. I don't really care. Play the
And-
name. I don't play the game.
and
Probably
then-
never play the game.
And then Alan Wake 2 won quite a few as well. Has anyone played the first Alan Wake?
I recently bought it, and I probably will play it soon. But I've heard the second
I've
game
not
is
played any of
phenomenal.
them. I
I've
want
heard
to
the
play
sec-
them because they sound.
Cause,
Oh, sorry.
'cause
Go
I've
ahead.
heard the
heard
second game, the cutscenes are literally like a movie, like real life actors and
Yeah.
whatnot.
No, I've heard it's good, but
But I've heard the jump scares are terrible, as in like
yeah.
terrifying. And
Oh.
me being a massive puss
Oh.
monster, and me being a giant puss monster, that's probably not going to go well.
Giant puss monster. Wow, that's
Puss
crazy.
Monster is crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
Pause. Right. Yeah. Well, I kind of went on a tangent there, but yeah. Right. Let's.
That was awkward silence.
Sorry, that was just silence. Let's move on to the next topic. We all should have done our homework and produced a top 10 list of our favorite games. I don't know how we're gonna do this. Do we all go?
Do we want to just do
each
like
other's
10?
10?
Like we'll do.
We'll go.
Yeah,
I'll go
and then
like, what's
9.
your 10? What's CJ's 10? What's my 10? And then maybe.
Oh, are we gonna do that, or do you want to do it where like we all start at number 10, we give off number 10, then 9, and then 8?
I think we all say our 10s, then we all say our 9s, then we all say it, and we just have a big on discussion about all of it.
Yeah.
You know?
Should we like
Okay,
say
because I
I'll
know
get what
my
the game
list is
is?
probably gonna piss off a lot of people.
So we say like the game, and
My
then we like
list is
describe
gonna-
them as and why we like it so much.
My list is gonna fuck off so. So I think you in specific
Dude,
as well.
I'm
Andy.
telling you, you don't understand my list. Oh my God, I'm gonna probably get shot up after this because I also live in America. That's gonna definitely happen.
Right. Starting off with our number 10s. What's your number 10s?
Landy, you can go first.
Fuck. Okay. CJ is either gonna love this or he's gonna hate this. For number 10, I put because some of these I'm gonna do as franchise, but I'm also gonna like pinpoint the exact game that's the best. So for me, I did the Batman games, like the Rocksteady ones. I put that as number 10, specifically probably Arkham City. Some of this list will be a little bit of biasm, but I also did try to do it like in a more game-breaking standpoint. And Batman completely changed superhero games. Like Spider-Man was great, but it
Let me-
definitely copied a lot of the aspects from Batman. And like I think Rocksteady did such a phenomenal job with the 3 Batman games that it basically changed a lot of the superhero games, especially like the really good ones like Spider-Man. There's another like it also introduced, if I'm not mistaken, it introduced the detective mode or whatever, which a lot of games use nowadays. Like I think
Yeah.
Horizon uses it, Spider-Man uses it, and there's other games I know as well that kind of use that like detective mode or whatever like Batman did.
I'll pause you right there because we're actually going to get into that conversation in a minute about Spider-Man versus Batman because I've got it set up. But I'll just pause you right there. I'll
Alright,
pause you right
bet.
there. All right, what's your number 10, CJ?
My number 10 is probably either game you're very surprised about or never heard of. Game called Heavy Rain.
I've heard of it.
Heavy Rain, that sounds familiar.
It's by
Oh,
the
I
same
know that
creators
game.
of Detroit. Same creators of Detroit, all that stuff.
Oh, it is
Um,
Detroit?
Yeah.
It's the same creators, so it's a Quantic Dream.
It's Quantic, yeah. No, I haven't played it,
Yeah.
but I've heard of it. I've heard it's good.
Yeah,
So.
Heavy Rain is like an absolute masterpiece of a game. Just story, characters, all that stuff. I played it like I remember watching my stepdad play it like ages ago, back in the like PS3 days, and I remember watching him play it, and I want to play that game one day, and I was able to like a few years ago on my channel, and yeah, it was just absolutely phenomenal game. Would recommend it to
Yeah.
anyone who hasn't played it.
Okay. My top 10. I just did like best games of all time, like something that should be mentioned. If you was to like meet someone not from this planet and you was like, oh, these are the best games, like these ones that have changed fucking the world, not changed the world, but like they've made ripples in like the gaming world. So they're not all story games, and that's why like top 10 I've put either Minecraft or Fortnite because I feel like they're both two big games that have been around for a long time now, both of them, and that's why I wanted to bring the conversation to you. Should it be Minecraft there or should it be Fortnite there? Like what would you say is better, and like what would you say is changed?
So it's funny you say that because they're actually both on my list, and that's
Oh,
why I
fair.
said people are probably
Okay.
gonna be pissed off the way I have it placed. For me, so like you're saying, whatever is number 10, the other one's not going on the list.
Yeah.
Then honestly, in my personal opinion, I would probably say Fortnite. Minecraft is big, don't get me wrong, and it's definitely changed like a lot of stuff. But I also feel like the biggest reason why it's so popular is because of all the mods. I feel like if it wasn't for the mods, a lot of people would realize the game was kind of not dry, but it does get boring kind of quickly. Especially since the way Mojang never updates their game. It's almost the exact same game as it was 9 years ago, and it can get boring just playing the exact same survival world over and over and over. At least with Fortnite, they do somewhat come out with consistent updates. Whether they're good or not is the real question. Um, but it's at least like there's some like change, and also it's done a lot for the gaming community too. Like it's what opened up crossplay and shit like that. The events were fucking amazing. Like some of the best gaming experiences that I'll never forget was watching
Facts.
those events in game. Like I'd have to give it to Fortnite.
Yeah. What's your standpoint, CJ?
Well, I actually haven't got any multiplayer games on my list because obviously I'm more of a single player gamer.
Fairs.
Because recently, over the last few years, I kind of fell out of multiplayer games because GTA was going dead a lot. I wasn't really much into Minecraft, and Fortnite's obviously gone downhill a lot.
Yeah.
But honestly, I would say I preferred Fortnite. I would always go through a Minecraft phase, but I'd never play it for hours and hours on end a day.
Yeah.
So I feel like all you really do is it's kind of like as I said, it's kind of like Lego Fortnite. Obviously, Minecraft came first, but that's what like when Lego Fortnite came out, you're like, oh, it's kind of like Minecraft. You build your own place, you like fight monsters or just these skeleton things,
Yeah.
and then you just like go out and explore. And then once you just like get everything you need, then Minecraft kind of becomes boring, and there's not much to do. And then you just start a new world and start from scratch. And it's the same thing
Yeah.
over and over again. I probably pissed off a lot of Minecraft fans by saying that. But,
No, because I actually agree with both of you. I think Fortnite is overtaking Minecraft. The only thing that makes me sway towards Minecraft is because it always goes away and it always falls down a bit, but then it always has like a resurgence out of nowhere. And just like the longevity of, when did Minecraft come out? Does anyone know?
When in Minecraft,
2011.
what?
When did Minecraft get released?
I want to say 2011.
I think it was fully released in 2011, but like early access was like 2009, I think. I might be wrong though.
Yes, that's like a 10+ year game though. Like that is, I mean, that's it's crazy. That is crazy. And I think the longevity.
Actually,
you
the
gotta
one
look
thing I
at.
will give Minecraft to that's really fucking hype, it's only for PC. It's like the only game that you can actually go back on previous versions. So if you liked a game before an update, you can go back and play Minecraft before that update. That is something I'll give Minecraft. That's really fucking. I'm glad they did that.
Yeah, but I think Fortnite. I think Fortnite because Fortnite, first of all, has changed my life because it's how I fucking got most of my following. That's how I basically met you guys as well through Fortnite. So,
Yeah.
I mean, well, maybe not you, Landy, because I met you on someone's stream, but I met a lot of people who I talked to, like Logan, Archie, fucking Ben, which led me on to you, CJ, like all through Fortnite and streaming Fortnite, and like this game is when it came out in 2017, like you just knew that it was gonna turn into something. Maybe not. I didn't know it would go this far, to be honest. Like with all these fucking collabs we have these days, and listen, the state on the game right now is to be talked about, but you know, OG Fortnite last month was amazing. I don't know if you guys played it, but it
Yeah,
was
no, I
amazing.
played it a
I
lot.
did.
Yeah,
That's what brought me back.
but well, I'm gonna put Fortnite number 10 then. I'm with Fortnite. So we have Fortnite. We have I forgot what you put, Landy.
We've only done number 10. We're on number 9 now.
Yeah, I'm just
Oh,
going
you're talking about
around.
my like?
Yeah, I'm going around saying who's
Yeah,
the
he said the Batman franchise.
Batman, right?
Yeah, the
Oh
Batman
yeah,
game.
with that, I didn't know whether to franchise it together or name the exact game.
I didn't franchise it. I've just put 'em-
I kind of did both. I franchised it, but I also chose a specific game that was probably the best from that franchise.
Yeah, I've kind of done both as well. So Batman, and then you said Heavy Rain. So that was our number
Yep.
10s. Number 9, starting with we'll start with CJ this time. Number 9.
Well, speaking of Batman, I put
Right.
Arkham Asylum as my number 9 because obviously that is the game that started the franchise, and I feel like the fact that it came out in 2009 and still holds up, I feel like to this day, even though obviously it's got remastered, but I feel like they didn't really change much to combat. All they did was just update the graphics and the scenery. But like you think it's like you look at the combat, you would not think that's a 2009 game. Like that game literally
Yeah.
came out like how I think I was actually like 7 when that game came out. That makes me feel old. And when I first played it, it was like obviously the combat back then in that game like was a bit more clunkier compared to the Batman games now. Like Arkham Knight's combat to Arkham Asylum, you can see the difference.
Yeah.
I feel like obviously without Arkham Asylum, there would be no Arkham City, there would be no Arkham Knight. There probably would be no Gotham Knights or Suicide Squad without Arkham Asylum.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Not well. Okay.
And-
So this is where we're gonna. I've gone finish. Sorry.
I just feel like it's the story that you're running around the asylum and like just fighting all these enemies. I feel like, and like the story was really good as well.
God, the
I'm not go-
story.
I'm not gonna,
Dude, CJ,
I'm not gonna say it.
Me and
I'm not
you,
gonna say it 'cause,
yeah, me
like,
and you
Jamie
could probably
needs to
have
play
a
it
whole.
still.
We could have a whole fucking debate of how good the whole trilogy of the story is. It's so
Okay.
fucking
Yep.
good. I love
Yeah.
it.
Still
So
waiting
that's
for
where
Arkham Origins remaster.
it's where I think I'm lacking, right? Because I've only played Knight, and I think I'm lacking on that, and that's why for my number 8 I put the Spider-Man series or the Batman Arkham series, and I've kind of got the gist of what your stances on it is Batman over Spider-Man then.
I'd say Batman like games, definitely for Spider-Man.
Yeah.
If we're talking about films, I would go Spider-Man.
Yeah, I think, and even then, to me, I can't even say like Spider-Man is not as good as Batman, but Batman was what started it, and like
Facts.
because like the origin is always like probably the hardest thing, and so the fact that it's the origin and it's still just as good, whether it's better or not than the Spider-Man games, that's debatable. It's still just as good, and it's like Spider-Man's competing with a 10-year-old game, and it's still like really close on how good both of them are. I think that's a really hard thing to do. That's why I put like Batman on here because it's really hard to compete with like games that are not outdated, but like that are older.
Is Spider-Man in your list though at all?
No, not for me.
Okay. And I think that I only put it there because I've played all of the Spider-Man games and I've not played all the Batman games. And plus, like, just as a superhero point of view, like, I'm more of a Spider-Man fan than a Batman fan. And
Yeah.
Well, we'll come back to this when you play all the Arkham games.
true,
Oh,
true,
God, though.
fair enough. With that though, let's like, what's your favorite Batman game then? Out of all those,
Arkham Knight.
Arkham
Uh,
Knight.
Either
City for
yeah,
me.
either Arkham Knight or Arkham City. But I think Arkham Knight had one of the best endings ever.
City,
And also,
City
it was
is on
just
my
really
list,
fun.
but I won't say what position.
With Knight, right? I liked Knight, and I like the story of Knight, but I didn't fuck with the Batmobile as much. I didn't fuck with it.
Yeah, that was the only thing. They used the Batmobile to the ground, but it still was like if you go back and play like for me, whenever I play Arkham Knight, I'm probably gonna enjoy using the Batmobile for a little bit before they fucking.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. But other than that, it was fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, I made the mistake of full on, not platinuming, but 100% or 120%ing Arkham Knight. That's what you get if you do all like side missions and collectibles.
You did all the
You
Riddler
literally
shit.
get- Yep. Worst decision of my life.
Oh shit, man.
And bro, oh, don't get me fucking started on Riddler. I literally had a whole, like, when I made my Arkham Knight video, I don't know if you've seen the clip, I had a whole fucking rant where I literally went off on him. I'm going off on a video game character. I'm literally yelling and shouting, just spewing swear words, saying I hope he sits in his basement and deteriorates.
Oh my god.
It's because literally, I don't think when you play Arkham Knight again, Joey, you can do the Riddler stuff.
Yeah. No.
You will? Okay, I won't say it.
No, I'm not gonna. Sorry.
Okay, then okay. So do you mind if I say this then?
Yeah, go on, say it, I don't mind.
Because I'm pretty sure you know in Arkham Knight, Riddler captures your love, Catwoman,
No. Yeah, I know. I remember that.
and then you have to do all that stuff to free her, and
Yeah.
then you both end up fighting Riddler, and the game makes you think you're about to capture him, and then he puts the force field over him and goes, solve every last riddle in this scene, I'll fight you, Batman.
Yeah.
Oh my
And there's
God.
237 trophies. Or like 237 things to complete. I literally, I had a mental breakdown. And he just sounds so fucking smug. I just want to.
Oh shit.
He is the most tedious character in the Arkham series. No one can tell me otherwise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
Faz.
got the hate I should have. Most people thought I should have given Abby in Last of Us 2. Or like Abby got in Last of Us 2.
Oh my God.
He got the hate. He got the hate that Abby got.
Yeah.
But obviously I didn't get that to Abby because I quite like Abby.
Yeah.
When you found out why Abby did what she did, then you can't hate her.
Yeah. All right. So I'll put Batman Arkham. I'll put Arkham, just the Arkham series in 9. What's your number 9? Land of Tom.
This one was a little bit of a rough thing to do, and like I said, people are probably gonna be either very shocked, very mad, or very happy. I'm gonna say 2 because there is an honorable mention I have to mention, and I'll just go ahead and say these 2 were like the ones I wanted to swap. But for number 9, I have Wii Sports. I know.
I mean fair.
No, yeah,
It's
no,
fair,
no,
but
fair.
It's weird though, like you would think that, but like the thing is, like the Wii was one of the best systems of all time, and that was one of the best games for the Wii.
The Wii was
that
my
game was so fucking
childhood.
fun. Oh God, bro, that
No, I
game was so
respect that.
fucking good. But like it also kind of helped give maybe birth. I'll go a step further. I think it also kind of helped pave the way for VR because you had to use motion controls, and that's like the biggest
True.
thing with VR is
Yeah.
motion controls. So I think it helped pave the way for all the virtual reality stuff, and it was just a really good game. Like it was just really fun. But the other game, if I didn't do Wii Sports, that I still want to mention was probably going to be Phasmophobia. I love Phasmophobia. It's kind of like Fortnite. It's had some questionable decisions.
Bring it to console. Fucking hell, they've been going on about console for ages. They need to bring it to console, man.
Oh God, yeah. It was really
Facts.
fucking fun though. It's not as good now anymore, but back like before they did like that huge update, it was so fucking good. And it also, I've always loved proximity chat. Like Friday the 13th did that and shit like that. But Faz I think did it the best, and it was so fucking fun. And also, you know, we got one of the funniest clips I've ever seen, bro, with Kevin, bro. That man sneezes. You can hear him from the goddamn bottom floor because he's so fucking loud. But no, Faz, I didn't put it on the list, but I had to do it as an honorable mention because it's so fucking good.
Yeah.
That's been out for 3 years and still isn't on the console. Thank you.
No, but it was supposed to come out on console last Halloween. I've always been checking their fucking Twitter page, and they go, "Oh, it's delayed. Oh, it's delayed." Oh, and then they haven't mentioned it since. So
At this rate, they're just lying to us.
basically, yeah. It'd be so sick to bring the console though, because especially if it's like cross-plat as well. Imagine.
Oh,
Yeah, all us
that'd
three
be
on
lit.
Faz.
Yeah. So we got Wii Sports, we got Batman Arkham series, and we got, remind me yours again, CJ?
Mine was Asylum,
Asylum.
That's
Oh yeah, yeah.
Arkham game.
Okay, number 8. I'm gonna start off, and I'm gonna say I put 2. I said because it was between the 2 again. I said Resident Evil 2 or Resident Evil Village. I don't know which one to put.
Okay, I love Village. I still think it's probably my second favorite game ever. Like sorry, not ever, but like second favorite Resident Evil game. But I have to say Resident Evil 2. Resident Evil 2 was really fucking good. And Resident Evil 7 and Resident Evil 2 Remake helped bring back Resident Evil.
True.
Because like I've been playing Resident Evil 6 and it's good, but man, it's not a good. It's a decent game, but it is a shit Resident Evil game, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
And
saying,
so-
before you say anything about Resident Evil 8, I haven't played it, so just be warned.
Okay, we're not gonna spoil it. But no, I think it was great. The story was really fucking good. Had a couple of good plot twists. You know, Lady Dimitrescu, or however you pronounce that. You know, the whole internet was sipping over them over her for a while.
Did you play the DLC?
Yes, I did, bro. It was good. Well,
Yeah.
actually, yeah, I think the DLC was okay. I actually don't think I liked it as much as the game, but it was good.
It was alright, and yeah.
Yeah.
I did the job.
Compared to like the Resident Evil 7 DLC, it was a downgrade. Because Resident
I
Evil
know.
DLC was really fucking good.
I've never actually played 7 or 7 DLC. I've watched it though. I've watched it, so I know what happens in 7.
Oh, 7 still gives me nightmares.
Okay, that's the thing though. I know we're getting a little bit off track, but I've never found Resident Evil 7 that scary. Like, it's definitely got its scary moments, but it's
No,
not
you're just
like
too
as
used to horror
scary.
games, bro.
You're too used to fucking jump scares from FNAF, bro.
I mean, I guess
Bro,
so.
alright then. If you're used to horror games, play fucking Outlast, bro. Do it.
Fuck Outlast.
I
man.
have. I played Outlast 2. That game was fucking awful. I hated that game. It was
Never
oh
playing
my God,
Outlast
that game
ever.
was-
Alright, cool.
Good. You made a
It's
good
funny we
decision,
mentioned
Raj.
Outlast because that was also going to be on the top 10, but I did not put it. But it was really close too.
I hated everything about Outlast, and I still
Do you know
played
what's
it.
scary in Village? I'm not gonna, but just like the basement.
No,
you know
can't.
what I
Don't
mean?
say that. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about, bro.
Yeah,
The first thing I thought was Silent Hill, bro. That shit was terrifying. I think I paused the game. I think when I
was
played, I had to
fucking-
I had to turn off the game. I was like, fuck this.
I had to pause and was like, hold on, what the fuck's going on?
It was the noises. The noises was fucking awful. The
yeah.
audio design for Resident Evil Village was so fucking good.
But I remember before I played it, I played Resident Evil 3 before 2, and I was like, oh, 3 is so good, man. Like, I don't think I'm gonna like 2, and then I played 2, and I was like, oh, right, now I see where everyone's coming from.
Dude, Resident Evil 2 is so fucking good. I need to replay it again.
Jamie, if you ever played Outlast, or you know you're never going to, there's one character who you'd fucking dislike so much. He's so annoying.
I don't know. I don't know if
He
I
just
could
doesn't
do
leave
it.
you alone. That's what I'm saying. He doesn't leave you alone. Landy,
don't know if
you
I could do
You
Outlast.
played the first game. Okay then.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, cool. Anyway.
I've never played. I played Leon's point of view in 2. I never played Claire's. But
That was pretty good too.
yeah, no, I'll put Resident Evil 2 then. Like, it kills me not to put Village there because of how much I enjoyed the Village, and I remember I was speedrunning it at one point, playing Village. That's how much I enjoyed it. Like, yeah,
Oh yeah, I tried to 100% it. It was so fucking good. I loved it.
yeah. What's your number 8, Landy? Oh, sorry, CJ. Whatever.
Oh, I thought you said me, not Landy.
Okay,
No,
so.
Landy, you can go.
Do you want to go then, CJ?
Landy, go.
No,
No,
Landy,
Landy, go.
you can go.
Okay.
Let's go.
All right, so yeah, because mine's gonna be quick. I already kind of explained it, but number 8's Minecraft. Kind of already explained it. You know,
All
it
right,
is
yeah.
revolutionary, most sold game, but I also think the mods carry it very heavily. So I'm gonna put it at number 8.
Okay. CJ?
My number 8 is the first Marvel Spider-Man game back from 2018.
Okay, fair
Let's
enough.
So
go.
we already really talked much about it, about like just everything.
Yeah.
Like it was the first game in the series, just like the whole. I think that's the first game I think since the original Spider-Man 2, like the PS2, where the swinging like was really good. Apart
Oh.
from that, like I feel like
Oh.
not many Spider-Man
Yeah.
games that I've played. 'Cause, I mean, I still need to play some Spider-Man games, but like most of them are back on old gen, and I don't have an old gen console because I need to play freaking Web of Shadows and all that stuff because I heard those games like really good.
Right, the hype I felt, right, when, you know, at the start of the game when he jumped through the window and you immediately go to gameplay. Oh my
Yeah.
days. That was
More
like,
games need to do
that
that.
was so
More
fucking
games,
good.
more games need to do that with giving cutscene to gameplay.
yeah, like that was so fucking hype. Okay, right. So number 8, we got Resident Evil 2 from me, we got Minecraft from Landy, and we've got Spider-Man, the first Spider-Man from
Yep.
CJ. Number 7, just give us your number 7 then, CJ, as well, whilst you're at it.
My number 7 is the first Red Dead Redemption.
Fairs.
Just an absolutely phenomenal game. I remember when I did remember back in like August when there was actually people thinking like it was going to get a remaster or remake, or just get a port to PlayStation 4 because they changed like the logo and everything, and was like, oh my god, it's finally getting a remaster.
Yeah.
A lot of people obviously were pissed that it was just a port, but honestly, ever since it got removed from PlayStation Plus, I was really like sad about it because obviously it's one like my favorite games. Just everything, like the story, everything about the story is perfect. So the fact it got a port, I'm just happy that it's back on next gen consoles, and
Yeah.
it still looks good to this day. But it could probably do with like a remaster, like
I
just
think
put
they
the
slightly, I
RDR2
think they
engine.
slightly improved the graphics and they changed like
Yeah,
the frames.
you can play in 60 FPS now.
Yeah, yeah.
But like, yeah, just all you need to do is put the RDR2 engine and graphics on the game, and you're good.
Fairs. I
Yeah,
respect that.
just
Yeah, Red Dead 1 is amazing, to be honest. Landy?
Again, this one will be kind of quick. I've already explained it. Number 7 for me is Fortnite. It's, revolutionary. It's the first game to ever introduce crossplay and kind of broke that barrier between, like consoles where like, oh, you can't play with the Xbox people, those filthy, dirty people. You don't want to touch them. It helped. You did not. Okay, sorry. Um, sorry. She just had to throw her 2 cents in about that. Um, fucking it helped like it got rid of that like barrier, but also like it just did a lot. Like I think I still remember that like Fortnite I think was the only game to make like not I shouldn't say national news, but like there's a fucking news podcast network or whatever in America called the Today Show, and I'm pretty sure it was like on there they're talking about like the end event and all that shit. So that's like pretty fucking hype.
Oh, yeah, I remember that,
Um,
yeah.
yeah, it was really fucking big, but yeah, that's basically why it's just changed a lot of shit for a lot of people, and I still think like it's like I said nowadays it may not be as good, but it used to be the best game ever.
Yeah, no. The the reason why I didn't put Fortnite higher was because, first of all, I'll probably get slandered, and you might get slandered now, Landy, but yeah, it needs to be up there because it is just like there's never been a game like it where it gains so much hype so quickly, and then it's just Fortnite's not going anywhere. Like it's
Yeah.
yeah, I think there was a point where it was like, okay, it will die and it will just like end up closing servers. But at the point it's at now, like it's here to stay. So
It's
definitely,
Roblox now.
yeah, man, you can play songs in a festival and you can race a car.
Vroom vroom.
Who needs Gran Turismo when you got Fortnite, racing?
Bro, I can't wait for Grand Theft Auto to be transported into Fortnite.
Nico Bellic skin.
My number 7 is Uncharted 4.
Let's go!
I think I've got another Uncharted game in here, but I put Uncharted 4 7 because Landy. First of all, it was Landy who got me into them. Like, I remember you telling me to play Uncharted, and then I played through 1, 2, 3, 4 like back to back to back, and that was probably like one of the best times that I've ever had like playing games. Like I non-stop played them, and I have most of them on my second channel, which is fucking dead and buried right now. So I mean, if anyone's interested in watching that, but number 4 was just such an amazing story, and just the way it ended, it was perfect. It was like the perfect ending to the perfect story of Nathan Drake, and what an amazing character. All the characters were amazing, and just the perfect journey, perfect ending, everything was, and show up from my boy Crash as well in the game. So
Yes.
it's a great, amazing game, and for that as well, just obviously Naughty Dog always kills it. I'm going to talk about Naughty Dog because there's a lot of Naughty Dog games in my top 5, but they just kill it graphically as well. Like for a game like that to run on a PS4, like nuts. It was early PS4 as well, right? It was like, was it?
2016.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was towards the earlier side of it. And for a game like that, like it was such a beautiful game and fucking amazing. Uncharted 4, number 7.
Don't worry,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get into basically what you said too, so I'll probably
Yeah.
make that one short since you basically just said everything I said.
Yeah, so Uncharted 4. Forgot again. Oh shit, it is, man. Uncharted 4, we got from you, which was Fortnite, and CJ was
Red Dead.
Spider-Man.
Redemption.
Red Dead. Um,
Are you still good on time, Jamie?
yeah, I've already done that. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Number 6. Number 6.
This is gonna make a lot of people mad. I already know it.
Okay, well we'll start with you then. You can't just you got to start with you.
Oh fuck. Okay. You shouldn't expect this from me, but it's probably gonna make a lot of people mad because it's probably other games that people wanted on here, and this is on here. They're gonna get so pissed off. But I have a good explanation. I'm gonna say it. All right.
Okay.
At number 6, I have. I do the franchises, but I'm gonna probably choose one game. I have FNAF franchise at number 6. Specifically, probably FNAF 2. I'm gonna go with FNAF 2. I'm gonna try to explain this quickly because I know like this is already really long,
No, you
but
can take your time, man. No
basically, well, it's okay. So I think the games themselves are not groundbreaking. There are there are some things like the games have done that are like that have changed gaming, I think, like specifically the camera stuff. Like a lot of games now like try to use cameras or the way FNAF kind of does. Like that's like probably the only groundbreaking thing, but there's so much outside of the game that's like changed like shit. Like one of the biggest things I was just thinking about it and I thought about it right after I wrote the list. One of the coolest things about the franchise was the teasers. If there's any new FNAF fans, none of y'all will ever get to experience this, but like back in the day when Scott was still making the games, he used to have a website called scottgames.com. And I think there's a video on it you guys can watch that it's called The Lost Art of the FNAF Teasers. Really good video, go watch it. But it kind of it talks about these teasers because Scott did a phenomenal job of teasing these games. Because what he would do is he would hide so many little Easter eggs in there. And so like you could see like a picture, but if you brighten it up, it's like a secret message and it kind of told you a little bit of the story. One of the things that kind of not scarred, but like it definitely was one of the creepiest things he's ever done was when FNAF World came out, which was like a cutesy RPG game right after he had made one of the scariest games. I think the website was just black, but if you turned up the brightness all the way, there was like a picture of someone hanging, and it was like, "Look what you've made me do," or something like that. Very creepy, very disturbing. I don't know what the fuck Scott was going through that time, but like it was just a simple black page, black website. But if you turn on the brightness, it was like a whole nother thing opened up. And that's not like he used to do all of his teasers. And sometimes he would also like go in the code of the web page and type stuff out. That was like there was one point where literally 2 websites were talking to each other in the source code. Like the teasers were on a whole different level, and I absolutely loved it. It was really fucking cool. Like that was one of the coolest things, but I think the biggest reason why I put FNAF on here is the fan base, specifically the fan games. The fan games are so fucking good. Some of them could be debated on whether they're better than the actual game series or not. Like the Joy Creation, really fucking good, really fucking scary. So a lot of people think it is better than the FNAF games just because of how well made it is and how some of it's a free roam. It's fucking terrifying. And there's there's a lot of good games too, but that's like probably the biggest one. But there's also just like I said, a shit ton. There's probably over millions, and I'm not bullshitting you. There's probably over millions of fan games that's like FNAF related. And then the fan base is just really passionate too. Like Jamie said earlier in the podcast about me and my FNAF vlog, if you watch it, it looked like Comic-Con at that theater because of how many people there went to go dress up as characters and shit. It's a very passionate community, and I think it's forever changed gaming. and that's why I had to put it on here. I know the games themselves are not really that game changing, but it's more so of the community and fan base. And oh yeah, also the reason why I chose FNAF 2 is because that's kind of when FNAF like not peaked, but that's what expanded on it. FNAF 1 was really good, but FNAF 2 is one of those very rare occasions where the sequel's better than the original, and that's why I had to go with that one because it was so fucking good.
No, I think it does have a place, like because I mean, kind of like I remember 2014, like I was in school, fucking talking to my mates about who fucking Purple Girl was. Like literally, I was be sitting in drama talking about who Purple Girl was, and we'd be debating it. And back then, I think the theory was it was Fungi. So yeah.
Yeah, that was the theory.
Speaking of theories, how do you feel about who's it? MatPat, right?
MatPat, yeah,
Yeah,
I'm really sad about that.
that
I've
is
been a big
sad.
fan of MatPat. I've probably been a bigger fan than a lot of other people because like I watch a lot of his like GT Live shit. I watch his like whenever he would do like a Mandela catalog video, like not the game theorist, but, like just the reacting to it. I would watch all those or his like what was the other one? The other good VHS horror series, Walton Files. I'd watch him react to that too. So I've been watching him for a while, and he's had some really good content. He's what got me in, and this is for people on my channel who've watched it. They probably know what I'm about to say, but he's the one that got me into Day Shift of Freddy's, which is a really good fucking fan game. Because he played it, and that shit was so funny, and he actually had like genuinely funny comments on it, and so I was pretty upset about it. So
Mm.
yeah, I wish nothing but the best though for Matt Peck, because you can tell he's ready for his break.
Yeah, no. I mean, I always used to watch his. I didn't even. It wasn't even like I used to watch it just for like the FNAF thing, which I did watch just for like I did watch for FNAF as well. But like I just watched on a load of like horror games that he used to cover, like and no, it's sad to see that like a big creator like that, someone who I used to watch a lot, like just go. But obviously, like if you need to go and spend time with loved ones more, that is more important. So I completely respect it.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Anyway,
I respect it too.
yeah. CJ, what's your number 6?
Okay, now this may surprise some people. So before I say this, it's not because obviously I don't like the game, but is that the other 5 games I prefer more. So my number 6 is Spider-Man 2,
Okay.
and obviously we can always talk about obviously how good like Spider-Man 2 is, how it should have at least got a award at the Game Awards.
Yeah.
Just like the story, because this is the symbiote, with symbiote being my favorite version of Spider-Man. And I feel like Yuri Lowenthal completely killed the role of being like just an evil version of Peter Parker. And like that's like the scene where he said that line to Harry, like something about like his pills, and I thought like that was completely savage. And obviously we had Venom in the game. I feel like Venom was like done really well with the voice actor. And I feel like Spider-Man 2 in a whole was just a really good game and was well worth like the 2-year wait.
Spider-Man 2 was amazing, yeah. It was I can't like the hype. I remember seeing the first trailer. I think it was like in a PlayStation.
PS5 showcase, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Wasn't it when Venom was in like the alley? Oh my days.
Yeah,
That
that Dark
was
Alley.
so hype. So hype.
The guy who did the voice of Venom should have got an award as well, or a nomination.
No, definitely, yeah.
Did he even get a nomination?
I don't think so.
No.
Well, that's okay. No, he got fucking robbed because some people may disagree, but he literally sounds similar to like the Venom from like the Venom films, like the Tom
Yeah.
Hardy films.
Yeah, I thought it was
It's-
him.
I thought
I just found out now from you that he's not the same voice actor.
I think it was. I
No,
think he is an actor though. I think he did. He did some kind of acting. The Venom voice actor. I forgot. I
He
think
did
it was
some- yeah.
Candyman or something. No idea what it is.
Like he did,
but-
he did so well as Venom. Like he has that, like really scary voice that if you heard, you'd get like chills down your spine. Just, yeah, he should have got more credit for that. For like, or he should have got a nomination for like best like voice act or something.
Yeah. No. Yeah. No. I respect that. Spider-Man 2 was amazing. I prefer. I mean, my personal thing, I did prefer it to Spider-Man One, not only purely on like a story thing, but also just like gameplay in general, just completely improved. I mean,
The
gameplay
gameplay was
improved.
so fucking good.
Gameplay improved from fucking like in miles. The gameplay was even better from number one, and like that's not me saying number one was bad gameplay, but it's just like they've completely refined it into like the Miles game, and then into Spider-Man Two inevitably, and it was fucking amazing.
Yeah. I feel like the suits in Spider-Man 2 are better as well because you obviously got the black Tom Maguire suit, which honestly I feel like got too much hate. And obviously, it's not an actual symbiote suit. It doesn't look like it. 'Cause I said this during my playthrough, but when you think of the symbiote suit, you think of it being more alien-y, like it was, like the actual symbiote suit was. For the Tobey Maguire black suit, it literally looked like they took the first suit, like his main suit, and just painted it black. That
Yeah,
literally looks like what they just did with that. But that suit still holds a special place in my heart. That's why I like it so much. And when I finally unlocked it in Spider-Man 2, I was so excited.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. My number six, GTA 5. Um,
Oh. Oh. Okay. We're gonna. Y'all
and
gonna
that,
get mad at me probably then.
that's not even made my top
Why?
five. It's number six, GTA 5, because I mean I don't really need to say much about it. GTA 5 is a groundbreaking game, and it still gets like best selling in like each month to this day. Like 2013, it's like over 10 years old now. Went through three generations, whether we wanted it to or not. It went through
Yeah, I was about
three
to say that.
generations, and I mean, graphically, obviously, it could be way better, as we see in the fucking GTA 6 trailer. Like, oh my god, um,
But it
it's
sucks it got leaked, bro. It sucks it got
y-
leaked.
Yeah.
So they had to release it early.
yeah, that'd have been so hyped
Bro,
as well in the
leakers
fucking
nowadays, bro, I don't know how they got so much power. Like, all the
genuinely,
Insomniac stuff got leaked. Like, bro, leakers just get a fucking life. What do they need?
literally.
What are they going to gain from leaking? They're just going to get banned and, like, probably put in prison. Like, why do
Yeah.
they do it?
Oh, the Insomniac as well when the hackers and that, like the
Yeah,
fuck, man.
they leak Wolverine and stuff. Or, like, stuff about Wolverine.
Yeah. Not even that, just like employees like details as well. Like I think the
Mm.
Yuri's like fucking details got fucking hacked and like released.
Like, how much of
It's
an idiot do you have to be
shit show.
to, like,
But yeah,
do that?
yeah. I mean, just GTA 5 story mode alone was one of the best Grand Theft Auto stories. But like also GTA Online, which is a whole nother fucking thing, which it's just it's some like where they give it updates. They could give it better updates, but obviously they're focusing more on GTA 6 now. But number six, GTA 5 for me. So yeah, got GTA 6. Sorry, GTA 5. FNAF and well FNAF 2, but FNAF and fucking Spider-Man 2. Yeah. Now we're going into the top fives. All right, go on, Landy.
All right. Number five for me. This one was a little rough, but I gotta admit it's probably the better game, even though I think I like FNAF a little bit better. It's the better game. Number five is gonna be Undertale. Undertale is a really good fucking game. It is revolutionary. Um, Maybe I shouldn't say revolutionary, but it definitely changed. Like, it's one of the only games, and I still think it's the only game that remembers so much of what you do. Like, one tiny little detail can change a lot in the game. Maybe not like the ending and shit, but like just small little details will change other small little details. Um, and also, it's just a really good fucking game. The music is phenomenal. It is the best soundtrack, or definitely, maybe, yeah, probably, yeah. Fuck it. It is the best soundtrack for mini game ever. And Deltarune and Doom are like probably the closest I can think of that are like on top, or like that could be kind of close to it because like the music is just so fucking good. And it's amazing too how it's so good and so recognizable when literally like there's only like three original melodies. There's over 100 songs, but there's only like three that are like original. Everything else is somewhat like revamped, if you want to call it remix, whatever, of just the same melodies and over again. But the way Toby Fox composes them, they're they're different. It's weird. It's amazing, and the characters are so fucking good. The graphics, like, they are 8-bit, but they're still. I love the graphics. They're really the art style is unique. Timmy did a really good job of all the art styles for the characters and things like that. And yeah, I think it's just amazing. And then it's also, I don't think it was the first one that ever did this, but it's also introduced like the routes, I guess, like, oh, the genocide route and the pacifist route and stuff like that. I think it was really fucking cool, and I think it deserves number five.
Yeah, I've actually never played Undertale, but I think when it was like first like came out, I remember Jacksepticeye playing it. I watched like full playthrough of that one.
Oh yeah, it's one of the only games. Well, I should say only games, but it's definitely a game you have to play. You can't watch it. You have to play it to enjoy it.
Fairs, but I don't think I got the attention span or like the will to fight Sans. Yeah,
Yeah.
fuck that. I would actually go nuts, genuinely. Fuck, yeah, no man. But no, Fez. I mean, again, it definitely has a following, and yeah. CJ, what's your number five?
My number five is Red Dead Redemption 2.
Mm.
There's pretty much most of what I'd say about Red Dead Redemption 2, I said about Red Dead Redemption 1. Just um, the story of that game, fantastic. A lot of people obviously didn't like the game; they felt it dragged on a bit much. The main reason why Red Dead Redemption 2 is in my list because of the story. I did not really like the online. I don't think most people do anyway. Because I feel like Rockstar announced the online for that game and then just made it dead in the water because they were more focused on GTA 5
They could have
online than
made the
Red Dead 2
online
online.
so good though. They literally could have
Yeah,
made the
like
online so good.
yeah, it had so much potential.
But GTA 5
Um,
online makes them fucking more, so that's why they focus more on that.
yeah, but just like everything about RDR2 story, how big the map was, just like how good the game looked. And as you say with Uncharted 4 on PS4, you wouldn't think with how good that game looks. I know that was like 4, maybe 5 years into PS4. Still, like how good that game looked, you wouldn't like the fact that it ran smoothly on the PlayStation 4 was nuts. Like I never really got that many glitches or like issues with it, and I truly believe the main protagonist of RDR2, Arthur Morgan, is Rockstar's most iconic character, and I'll stand by that.
Ooh.
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 No comment. All right.
Ooh.
Oh shit. We could get into a full conversation about that, but no comment. No comment. Um, my number five, I have gone with Cyberpunk 2077. Now,
Really? Huh?
uh,
Okay, this is interesting.
Again, before you speak, I haven't played it, so
okay,
Neither
okay.
have I.
So I've picked Cyberpunk because it started right, just purely from where it started off when it got released. It was in a messy situation where this like PlayStation actually took it off their stores, and just seeing it get, I bought it towards the start of it, so seeing it get better and better and better, like the story itself, the story of Cyberpunk 2077 is one of the best stories in gaming. I'm gonna stand by that because it's such a fucking amazing story, and it's basically like you can kind of describe it as like a first person kind of version of GTA, but like in a future kind of world, but just a whole lot more than that. Like it is. I would go more in depth with the story, but obviously none of you have played it, but it's amazing, and all the improvements they've done since it first got released, it is just the perfect game now. It is so the gameplay's amazing, the story's amazing. There's not a bad word I can really say about it, other than like, other than like, it was a short story. I wish there was more. And like with the DLC they released, which was the Phantom Liberty DLC with Idris Elba and that, like just that itself was an amazing story again. And like I don't know, Cyberpunk 2077 is my number five, and that's gonna probably turn a few heads, but I think it's just an amazing game. So yeah.
Damn. Okay, that one's kind of shocking. I'm surprised about that one.
I
Yeah,
mean, I've seen like videos or like memes of the state of Cyberpunk when it first came out on PS4. Like, there was no one had any faces or all that stuff. Like, the
yeah.
game was like unplayable. You had people walking through stuff, and it was basically the most broken piece of shit you'd ever play. And the fact that they'd spent like 9 years on it, working on it, for it
True.
to look like that,
Yeah,
you like thinking at disappointed. But the way that it has, I've seen it's come back up, and it like one point was the most top selling game. It's like pulled like a really good comeback. So fair play to that game,
and the thing is, you'll find
and
that these
I
days.
can't wait to play it.
Yeah, you'll find that these days it's not even that much money because like it did come out like a few years ago now, but like it's just I could load up that game and I could lose track of time and I'd find myself playing it for like 5 hours just doing like side missions and shit. Like it's really fun to play and that's my number five. And
I might try it now.
Landy's was Undertale and CJ's was Red Dead 2. Now, number four. Give us number four, Landathon.
All right, this one will be kind of quick. Number four for me is Uncharted 4. I'm including the whole franchise, but specifically more so Uncharted 4. That was my favorite. I don't know. It used to be my favorite game. I don't know if it is anymore. Because I actually don't think I've talked to you since I've played another game. But Uncharted 4 is definitely at least my second favorite game, if not my favorite game of all time. It's really fucking good. Jamie basically touched on everything I wanted to say. The ending is fucking phenomenal. It was really good. Um, it had really good gameplay, the best gameplay in the whole franchise. I love the little grappling hook and shit, and it was so fucking badass that you could just like jump off the hook and just like land on an enemy and just kill him. The gunplay was way better, I think. Like it was just really good. The parkour was good. The biggest thing though, I think for me was the graphics, because this came out in 2016. PlayStation 4 I think came out in 2014, maybe 2013. So it was still fairly new. It'll be like GTA 6 coming out next year. Like it's still a relatively earlier age for the PlayStation 5. Um, and it was so goddamn beautiful. It's still one of the most beautiful games I've ever played. I don't know. I haven't really seen a lot of The Last of Us Part 2. Jamie, maybe you can tell me, do you think Uncharted 4 is a better looking game or Last of Us Part 2?
Part two.
At least from sightseeing. Like obviously the graphics would probably look more realistic and better, but from
Yeah.
like seeing like the whole island and shit, or like getting on top of a 'cause I think there's one point where you get like on the skull or whatever and you can kind of get like a
It depends what kind of like.
Libertaria.
It
That
depends what kind
whole
of vibe
scene
you
right
like, you
there.
know. It depends whether you like the kind of like paradise vibe or you like the kind of like rundown vibe of like the world. You know, it depends. It depends on your point of view on
True.
that. You know.
True. But for me, it was just fucking beautiful. It was such amazing scenery in the game, and the voice acting was great. The music was great. It was literally, it's one of the very few games. It's probably, I think I still think it is the only game I could ever say is a perfect game. Because like, Undertale might be the second one. Like, there's only two games I can ever say was a perfect 10 out of 10, and that was Uncharted 4. It was perfect. And that's why I think, and it's kind of crazy because it's still kind of lower on the list. It's number four, but I think the other three deserve the top three. So yeah,
Quite symbolic you put Uncharted 4 as number 4, but
yeah,
and I
Well,
mean, and again, you also have Uncharted 4 Nathan Drake as your PlayStation picture, so
oh yeah. I've loved the games. I'm a simp for them.
I'm going to move on straight into my number four then. I put Uncharted 2 as my number four.
Let's go Uncharted gang.
What I liked about Uncharted 2 more than 4 is I preferred the action, and I think the fact that it came out on a older console is also like a plus. Like I preferred the villain. Like
Oh yeah,
Rafe
the villains.
in 4, I just didn't really care about him. You know, like the ending fight in Uncharted 4 was probably what is a lot better than the ending fight in 2. I remember getting so mad in the ending fight in 2. But What was his name in 2? Fucking, it begins with an L, no?
Zoran Lazarevic, because Nathan
Yeah.
called him Lazar bitch.
I mean, with 4, I thought like I see like Nadine as more of the villain in 4 than Wraith, being honest.
You haven't played the game though, because like Nadine changes.
Yeah, obviously she's like more like the she's like on like the good side in Lost Legacy. You know, like you can tell like
Yeah.
I feel like in terms of like villain for 4, that she was more like of a threat to Nathan and Sam than Wraith was. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, she literally took them both on in a fight, and
Yeah, but
also,
she wouldn't be there unless Rafe told her, basically. Rafe was paying her.
yeah.
She ends it like by leaving Rafe, and then it's Rafe and Nathan on the boat together, you know?
God, I love that fucking fight so much, dude.
And it is
God damn it, I
iconic.
gotta play the game series again.
It is an iconic moment, and that's the only reason I went with 2 is because I prefer this. Do I prefer the story? Why have I put 2? But 2 and 4 is like so close, right? And I don't know. I have a special place for 2 because I remember playing it and like just really wanting to continue playing it like non-stop, and having Chloe in it and all that, like that was a huge plus. But like
I wonder why.
Uncharted 2 is Uncharted 2 is my number 4.
Oh yeah, I
Do you prefer 4 or 2, Landy? Well, you'll prefer 4, yeah.
I prefer 4, but like it's really close. The only reason I think I prefer 4 is just because I think the music's a little bit better.
Yeah.
But like you said, I like Lazarevic. Lazarevic is one of my favorite villains of all fucking time. He's so good.
No.
Rafe is not as good, but I think he's decent. I think he's better than number 3 and number 1. So I'd say he's the second best villain. But like the gameplay in Uncharted 2 was good, but Uncharted 4 just mastered it. That's the thing about Uncharted. I feel like every game improved on something. So like the first one was just the basics. Uncharted 2 improved the gunplay. Uncharted 3 improved the combat, and then Uncharted 4 just mastered everything and added new stuff.
Yeah. Okay. CJ, number 4.
Well, it seems that we're going on a Naughty Dog train for number 4, because my number 4 is something that Jane probably might like or not like. My number 4 is Last of Us 2.
Okay.
I mean, what I was going to say about the game didn't like deserve the hate that it got. I was like, obviously, the hate was one of the reasons why I like put off playing it for a year. Because I actually first played like a year after it came out. But now I'm really happy that I finally played it, because like the story of the game was really good, the graphics, and just everything. Like, it did very well in making you like feel bad for Ellie and Abby. Like the game, they obviously wanted you to take Abby because of what happened with Joel,
Yeah.
but they also did very good in making you also feel sympathetic for her. Because as I said earlier in the podcast, that when you find out why she did what she did to Joel, you kind of feel sympathetic, because what Joel did at the end of part 1 was quite like unjustified. That makes you think like, okay, he kind of got what he deserved.
Yeah.
Because like that's like what did Abby's dad really? Obviously he was gonna like kill Ellie, but like he was doing it to save the world, and Joel just didn't even think twice about killing him.
Yeah.
So you can understand why both of them are in the wrong, and I feel that's what like Naughty Dog really like nailed with that game. And I feel like it was like quite a vast improvement on like the first game as well.
Yeah.
And I like the fact that you got to play as Ellie. I would love to like played more as Joel. Obviously, I get people were pissed because obviously in the first like on one of the trailers it showed Joel, but in the actual game it's Jesse.
Yeah, that was fucking.
Like that pissed off a lot of people because like they got clickbaited.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the ending, man. Talk about a fucking like voice crack. A lot of people hated the ending, but I feel like if Ellie killed Abby, then I feel like Ellie would not have. That would just show that Ellie isn't better than Abby. She would have become like everything she wouldn't have wanted to be. Like that wouldn't have done justice to Joel. Because if you kill like the killer of someone who you love, that doesn't make you better than them. If not, that could make you even worse than them.
Yeah.
Because as Joel, I think Joel or someone else said that like revenge is a fool's game. I think it was Arthur. I mean, one of them two. But like, yeah, revenge is never the option. So I feel like her letting Abby go at the end was the right decision, although some people didn't agree with it.
A lot of people don't agree with it. A lot of people.
And obviously the whole thing where they ended part 2, started leading into part 3 of like, will like Ellie be on her own? Will she try and find Dina?
Yeah.
So yeah, just everything about that game was really good.
I agree with everything you said. What I don't agree with is the placement, but we're going to move on to number
When you
three.
find my number 3,
What's number 3?
when we start off,
Yep, go on.
number 3, Ghost.
Okay, alright.
I mean, what can I say? Ghost was actually the first like proper PlayStation game that I platinumed. Because before that, I platinumed the Telltale Batman game Season 2, but that's not really platinum because all you have to do is play through the whole season. You get a platinum trophy. But like, yeah, when I was playing through Ghost, like when I hadn't stopped recording it, I just didn't want to stop playing it. So I literally went through, did all like the side quests, did all like the collectibles. And the thing with that is like side quests continue on, so like it starts off and it has to make you wait to like start them again, so it makes you want to keep playing so you can get back to them again. And like the combat is very satisfying, the characters and the landscape of the game. It is one of the most beautiful looking games I've ever played, and that's why it's gone above part 2 for me, even though you may not agree.
I don't agree right now because I haven't played it, but I'm looking to play it. Like I remember, I started the game and I think I played like an hour and then I dropped it because I got bored. But I said this in one of my streams where I'm just like, I'll play a story game and if it's a slow start, I just won't.
Yeah, so I said the start is quite slow, but like it picks up. When I say it picks up, I mean like it picks up, and just like the music in the game as well. Like I've seen so many like people using photo mode on that game, and it just looks phenomenal.
Yeah. Andy, number 3.
I think you'll like this one, Jamie. Number 3 for me is Resident Evil 4. I think it is still one of the best games ever made. I would probably go so far as to say it's also a perfect game. It's really long, which a lot of games don't really do. It's like a 20+ hour game, at least for me. Like when I would play it, it's usually around 20 hours. Even if I try to speed run it, like obviously I think there's a way you can speed run in 5 hours or whatever. But honest to God, I'd have to watch it because I have no fucking clue how, because the game is so goddamn big. But it's fucking great. I love it. The characters are fucking amazing. You know, you got Leon, who's... Okay, wait, never mind. It's not a 10 out of 10 game, because Ashley's a bitch. Never mind. It's a 9.9 now.
Thanks.
I forgot about her. Yep, okay. But they redid her in Remake, and she's a lot better. But for this one, I'm going with the OG Resident Evil 4.
The OG, she was super...
I never played the OG. I've only played the remake.
Yeah, the OG, she's really annoying. With the remake, they made it where she's a little more like she can run away. The OG, it's either she stays or she walks with like right behind you. And if you leave her, the one cool thing about OG that I wish the remake would have done is she could hide in containers and stuff, so you can just fight and she'll be fine. But
it's the whole like
it was also
Leon help
annoying.
meme. Is that her? The whole Leon help meme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah,
That's her. Okay.
Shit. That was a great impression.
Yeah.
Man.
Thanks, bro. But no, it's so fucking good. It's still scary. I think it's one of the. I think it's one of the like. It's obviously not as scary, as Resident Evil 2 or Resident Evil Village or Resident Evil 7, but it has its moments. I still think the Bella sisters are one of the most terrifying characters in the whole game, and this is where people are really gonna hate me for this. Because a lot of people say it's one of the scariest ones because of the Regenerators. The Regenerators are not that scary to me. It's the Bella sisters. The Bellises are just fucking nuts, and the way they just scream while you hear that chainsaw going, and knowing it's gonna be an insta kill if they get you, it's just I guess it feels a little more realistic, because you have to stay away from them, and they're just fucking terrifying. The Regenerators are scary too, don't get me wrong, but they're to me not as terrifying.
Why can't I remember the Bella Sisters? What?
I don't think they were in the remake. That remember when Leon grabs the key and he does that unnecessary backflip?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
them. And in the OG, I don't think they did them justice in the remake. But in the second one, in the OG, they would you'd hear the Revan and they'd just go "Ah!" and yell while they just charge at you. It's fucking scary.
Most unnecessary backflip I've ever seen in my life, by the way. Bro.
That's Leon though. That was it was perfect.
Yeah.
That's some shit he would do, bro. I don't know what's more useless, the fucking backflip Leon did or the backflip that Miles does when Peter Parker goes flying and he just does a backflip and doesn't even catch Peter. I think that's from what's that? Is that from Spider-Man 1 or is that from Miles Morales where that happens?
I'm not sure.
One of them.
It's one of them, yeah.
It's one of them, yeah.
But yeah, it's fucking great. I love the characters. I love Leon. I love the Merchant. The Merchant is literally one of my favorite characters ever. In fact, well, I haven't gotten that far, but whenever I play Deltarune, there's a character that is called Sham, and I literally just do my Merchant voice or try to do the Merchant voice because he's the best. That was the one thing I didn't like about the remake. They didn't do him justice in my opinion. He was still good, but the OG Merchant is the best. The scenery is still pretty good, especially for a game that's over 20 years old. Next year it'll be 20 years old, and it still holds up so goddamn well today. The controls are a little bit iffy, but compared to other like Uncharted 1, I think has jankier controls than Resident Evil 4 does, in my personal opinion. I just fucking love Resident Evil 4. It's just it's just amazing. And I don't think we'll ever get another game like it. It's just a one of a kind, and the remake was so fucking good too. It did it really well.
You saying this and I'm making me even more excited for the remake.
Wait, say it again?
You saying that about the game is making me even more excited to play the remake. 'Cause
Oh,
I
yeah.
have the remake and it's on my list. It's not my next.
Dude,
It's
it's
on my
so
list for the next 7 games to play.
If I was
I still
to,
gotta finish Separate Ways.
if I was to ask you, I do as well. If I was to ask you go and play Resident Evil 4, what one are you booting up? Are you booting up the remake or are you booting up the original?
Okay. Depends, cause I've been playing the remake, cause I love the remake. I think the gameplay is a little bit better. I fucking love it, dude. The Merchant is so fucking fun on Resident Evil 4 remake, dude. Oh my god, it's so fucking fun. I could play that for hours. I think I have. I've played it for 2 or 3 hours. Oh fuck, I gotta go to work. It's
Yeah.
just that fucking fun. And I love the way they have that new knife counterpoint. So fucking good. But I also love their OG too. I've been playing it with my mother, trying to get her into it, because she's starting to get into games a lot more. And I've been because FNAF was the starting point. She loved the series. I was like, if you think that's good, Resident Evil 4 is another really good one with a really good story and everything, and it's pretty scary. And so I've been playing that while she watches, because she doesn't want to play it. She's scared of it. But I've been replaying this series, and I think I got to the point where we're at the castle, but I'm trying to remember. I know it was after you've played the original, right, CJ?
Resident Evil 4?
Yes, you've played the original, right?
No.
Okay, so
Oh.
then I'm not gonna spoil it. It's where a certain character dies. I'll just say it that way. Kevin, you probably. God damn it, Jamie. Fuck. Sorry, I have a bad time. I do it at work all the time. People think I'm racist because I call a white person a black person's name, and I'm sorry.
Oh.
It's just who I am.
Okay.
I just be misnaming people all the time.
Yeah, what was you gonna say?
But I was gonna say, what I'm talking about, right? The person who dies at the castle, your sidekick or whatever.
Apparently not. No.
Nice.
No,
Okay,
I'm
I
trying
guess
to
not.
think. Why do I not
It
remember
was
the
the-
game? What the fuck?
Okay, the Mexican dude. I'm trying not to say the name, but
Oh, got you. Yeah, I got you.
yeah, him. It's I think we're at the point right after something happens to them,
Yeah.
But yeah, it was. She enjoys it. I love it. I would probably say right now though the remake, because I love the remake so much.
Yeah.
But yeah, We've been going on long with Resident Evil 4. I didn't think it'd be this long, but I just love the game. I could talk about it for hours. So that's gonna be number 3 for me, Resident Evil 4.
Fun
And
fact: the remake of Resident Evil 4 actually came out on my birthday last year. So
Oh, nice.
that should have won awards as well, by the way. It should have won at least like a few. Like,
I know,
literally,
dude. Resident Evil has been getting snuffed, dude.
yeah, literally, it's fucking, yeah,
that's Game Wars rigged. So
yeah, it's
Yeah.
yeah. Except for
what do you
2018.
expect?
Anyway, wait, no, 2020, no, 2018. Wait, what? All right, so let's move on.
What?
My number 3 is The Last of Us Part 1. Now, a lot of people prefer this game to number 2, and I think that's because like it came out on PS3. It looked amazing for a PS3 game. Naughty Dog, does what they normally do and fucking makes the graphics look insane, but just also the story. And Uncharted came before Last of Us, right?
Uncharted 1 and 2 did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think 3 did as well because didn't 3 come out in 2011?
3 came out like 2013.
Right, so yeah, it was like a big thing for them to like do a new, what do they call that? A new game,
Concept.
new concept, like, and the voice acting cast, amazing. You had like Troy Baker, which is he fucking the goat. Nolan North even was in there as well. Ashley
The face
Johnson,
of Naughty Dog, you'd say.
yeah, like. Like it's just the story was amazing from Joel obviously losing his kid at the start, and then he finds that kind of connection with this girl who's just like who's immune, and like whether it's always been a big talking point whether he did the right thing at the end or not, and I feel like it just holds a special place in my heart because I mean, my top 3 are all perfect games, all 10 out of 10s, and this is one of them. Like, it's amazing. The story,
I mean,
gameplay, everything.
there's a very wholesome cutscene when he does pick up Ellie from the operation table, and he's like,
Yeah,
"Come on, baby girl, I got you."
yeah,
And when he goes like, "Oh shit," you can tell like he's panicking. Like
yeah,
we haven't really seen Joel that scared since Sarah was like, he got shot.
literally. It's just like, it's a full on, it goes full circle, and like towards the end, like, he lies to her, whether he should have lied or not, it go on to my conversation in part 2, because believe it or not, that is still to come on my list. But I think the only thing that lets it down is the gameplay, and that's just because purely it was on the PS3, and it obviously got transferred to PS4. And like the remake or remaster for the PS5, where they made all the graphics look amazing to like the Part 2 graphics, even better. Like, Last of Us Part 1 is my number 3.
Yeah, I'll say it's about part 1. I will eventually like get the remake, but I'm not paying 70 quid. Oh, that was what I'm saying.
Fairs.
I'm not
Fairs.
paying 70 quid. I know you probably did because obviously Last of Us fan. Well, like
Yeah.
you like probably like wanted that remake for a while. And also when you talk about the ending, I did have a question about you about that.
Go on.
Should Joel have killed Marlene?
Yes. No. No. Yes. No.
I feel like because the thing is, I feel like he should have just did the thing where he shot her in like the I think it was like he shot her in the gut or something. I don't think he
Yeah.
should have full on shot her in the head afterwards. I feel like that was like straight up murder. Because
Because
you saw at the end of you saw in part 2, didn't you have a flashback that Marlene was skeptical of it because you know how much like she loved Ellie.
Yeah.
So it showed like because in the part 1 it showed that that she wanted it to happen, and like you're like all right, fuck you, Marlene, after everything like with Ellie, and then part 2 it shows that she was really like against it.
I'm swaying
and
towards
that-
yes because like Joel said it, like you would just come after her, which she would come after her, and then she would tell her the truth. So I feel like yes, he should have, even though the truth did
Okay.
inevitably come out, but she would have got a fucking full troop of Fireflies or whatever and went for her. So, yes.
Okay.
You got anything to add to that, Landy, or?
I'm just vibing, bro. Y'all chilling. I don't know. I can't say
Can I ask you what you don't like about Last of Us?
Well, that's actually what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Because I did like it a bit. I think the main reason why I just started disliking it and hating it, because the first one's not bad. It's not terrible. I actually am thinking about replaying it again because I forgot about some of the scenes. It's like, oh yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
The main reason I disliked it was because I felt like Last of Us overshadowed Uncharted so fucking much. And to the point where like nobody knew what Uncharted was, but everybody knew what Last of Us was, and I don't think that does. I think that's so unfair. Cause like you're a big Uncharted fan too, don't you think it a little bit too? Like Last of Us definitely overshadows Uncharted a little bit too much. Cause like that's just my biggest thing.
Mm, I think they're both two different fan bases. I think that I like
Fair.
both of them. I like both of them, and like when Uncharted 4 came out, obviously there was a lot more hype around Uncharted 4 than Last of Us. But like when Last of Us, Naughty Dog have been focusing. I'll say this: they've been focusing heavily on Last of Us a lot more than they have focused on Uncharted recently. Yes, like recently and in the past
Yeah.
like 10, 20 years, like 10 years. They focus a lot more on Last of Us, so I agree with that. Yeah, like they don't really because I feel like it got more critically acclaimed was Last of Us, and then they kind of just went with what makes them more money, you know. But
Yeah.
I feel like a lot more people. I agree with you. I feel like a lot more people show a lot more love to Last of Us than Uncharted.
Which is
Um,
fair. I mean, it's fun because that's the more popular game, but I just feel like it's so overly shadowed. I feel like Uncharted is one of those little bitty hidden gems, and it kind of upsets me when everyone's like, Uncharted is okay, but Last of Us where it's at. It's just one of those things. But
no, yeah,
I'm
I
not
see
I'm not
that.
gonna like completely shit on Last of Us Part 1. Part 2, that's a different story. But Part 1 was fine. I
Well, we're
don't
getting
mind
to that in a minute. We're getting to a bit. Have we all said our threes? Yeah, we have, haven't we? Yeah.
Yeah.
CJ, yeah.
CJ was
Ghost.
Ghost. I was Last of Us.
Oh,
And
you did say it. Oh, okay.
And you was what was you, Landy? What was your third?
Resident Evil
Resident Evil
4.
4. Yeah. Okay, top two. What is your second best game of all time, CJ?
My second best game of all time is Batman Arkham City. Just,
Okay.
as I said,
Yes.
the best game in the Arkham franchise, and I will heavily stand by it. Just the story and everything, which I'm obviously not going to go into detail because I want you to experience it.
Yeah.
But like, it is the best story out of the Arkham franchise. Just everything about it. I feel like it has like the best, has like more like the better villains, more featured in the game than most of the other ones. Um, it's like, how do I say this without spoiling it? The landscape of the Arkham City is very cool. There's some parts which are like really, really intense, and that's what I kind of like in my video games. So there's really intense parts, and like you go through so many different like phases of the game, and it like more than deserved like the trait of like the best Arkham game of the franchise. And the fact that it came out in 2011, so it's going to be 13 years old this year, and it still holds up to this day, shows just how good like the game is, and that how good the Arkham franchise is.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to playing that.
It's really good, Jamie. You'll like it a lot.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to your reaction to some stuff as well.
Okay. I'll put it on my. I'll bring it out my list. I'll play it very soon, man. Is that the first? Is that the first one of the?
So the way the trilogy goes is Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, Arkham Knight.
Okay.
Well,
maybe I've
technically
got
want
to
to count
play through.
Origins, but Origins isn't on next-gen consoles.
That,
for
and
some
also
reason.
you can just kind of play Origins whenever. In my personal opinion, it's not like a big spoiler if you play that one last.
Oh,
Arkham
It's just
Origins.
literally.
Arkham Origins is a prequel to Arkham Asylum, so technically Arkham Origins is the first one in the trilogy, but it came out.
Yeah.
It's the third game got released. But
Yeah.
Arkham Origins was actually developed by the people that made Gotham Knights, not Rocksteady. So it's not like your Kevin Conroy, Mark Hamill as Batman and Joker. You obviously know who Joker is in Arkham Origins because you mentioned him in your
Yeah.
last stream.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like that game got done so. I think same as Days got like it was a bit glitchy when it first came out, but like I haven't been able to play Arkham Origins because to play Arkham Origins you have to have like the highest PS Plus, and I feel like that's kind of a rip off to pay like £13.50 a month just to play like some fucking PS3 games.
Yeah.
Like I'm not that desperate to play Arkham Origins, but like
Yeah.
it needs to get a remaster. Like I said this in my Arkham Knight video that they should do like if Rocksteady or just like anyone wants to make a ton of money, they should just remake Asylum, City, and Origins on the Arkham Knight engine. Do what happened with Last of Us, like where they put like part 2's engine on part 1. Put
Yeah.
Arkham Knight's engine on those 3 games. Like that would make you a ton of money because you know how beloved the Arkham series is. So if anyone wants to make a fucking crap ton of money, just remake those games. And simple as.
Yeah.
Because I would fucking pay that. Like I'd pre-order that instantly.
Yeah, I liked Origins. A lot of people, like you said, a lot of people didn't, but I liked Origins. To me, you probably wouldn't agree with me with this, but I thought it was a little bit better than Asylum. But not saying Asylum's bad, but I like.
I mean,
Arkham
that
Origins
is
are pretty
understandable.
good.
Like Origins is the most underrated game in the franchise.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
A lot of people just didn't like it probably because of it wasn't Rocksteady and also wasn't the same actors.
Yeah.
And I remember like Troy Baker actually said that was the role that scared him the most because he felt like he was going to mess it up because obviously most people see Mark Hamill as the main Joker.
He
But
did
then when
well
he said
though,
that Mark Hamill's, yeah, he's not wrong. But then when he said that Mark sided him, gave him the thumbs up to do the role, that's what motivated
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, but I say he did a decent job at it, you know.
He's very good.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people gave him a stick, but I thought he did very good. Same for the Batman. The guy who played Batman in that game
Yeah.
did very well. Although he's no Kevin Conroy.
No. Rest in peace. Okay. I respect that. I'm looking forward to playing it though. I need to play for Asylum first though, I think. But I'm looking forward to playing it.
I think it's good that you got your capture card now because if you get like it's all out on time, you'll be able to go through Night because of your PlayStation, like the block scenes
Yeah.
with Arkham Knight.
Yeah.
You'll be able to actually go through like the block scenes, which is
Yeah.
super annoying.
I don't know why some games do that. It's fucking weird.
It's so dumb.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to like, have them blocked for like the first few months or year of the game because of spoilers, fair enough. But don't keep them in there because Arkham Knight's been out for like Arkham Knight's gonna be 9 years old this year.
Jesus.
Which sounds
Fucking
crazy.
hell.
Oh my god.
Arkham Knight came out in 2015 and it looks like that. That's another reason why a game that shouldn't look that good on the PS4.
Yeah.
Like it looks so like it is the best looking
It's so
like
fucking
Arkham game.
graphics is
I
so
think it
good.
probably was at the time it came out probably the best looking game like on the next gen consoles.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Uncharted came out the next year. Dude, I don't know if I've ever said this like on YouTube before or anything, but like my favorite kind of environment is like rainy nights in a city environment, dude, and that's why I love Arkham Knight so fucking much because that's literally the environment of the entire game.
That's all it is, yeah.
I mean, because it's Gotham. Like, there's nothing happy about Gotham City.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
It's-
fucking love it.
No, it's a great place to set it, like the tone and like just you know, it's amazing.
Yeah, a lot of people wanted Gotham City because, like, I mean, in Arkham Origins you had Gotham City, but like that was on like the PS3, so it wasn't like
Yeah.
visually as good. But in Arkham Knight, it's fucking phenomenal.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna go my number 2 quick because you've kind of already mentioned it. I put my number 2 as Red Dead Redemption 2. Basically for all the reasons CJ said. Not for the last reason he said, where he said Arthur Morgan, but I think just the gameplay, the story. Have you played Red Dead, Lanley?
No, okay. I played Red Dead 2 a little bit. I might download it again because Anna's really telling me I need to play it. I played it a very little bit and I got bored. I think I literally just got into the big map and I was like playing it Grand Theft Auto style. But I may go back and play it again, and just try the story because everybody, including like Anna, you, CJ, everybody says it's such a good game, and maybe I just need to retry it again. So I have not played it like all the way. I just barely played the beginning of it.
But this is what I was hearing as well, because so basically I started playing the game, and it was another one of them like slow burners where it's like a slow start, and I remember putting it down and deleting it, and then I had people keep going on saying play Red Dead 2, play Red Dead 2, so I was like, okay, I'll give it another go, and then just wow, like the
Yeah,
story.
the first chapter is slow. I can give you that.
Yeah.
The first chapter is very slow.
the
Thank
s-
God it was only like a couple of hours. If that chapter was the same length as most other chapters in that game, then fucking hell, that game would have
Yeah.
like died quickly.
Obviously, I won't talk about in depth the story because Landy, you definitely do need to play it, but like
Yeah.
the ending, just wow, like I've never felt like that. I've only felt like that once before in a game, and like just wow, really. Just where it kind of like takes the words out of your mouth, you can't really speak. Like it's just like you're just stunned by what happens, and like it's just an amazing story and gameplay wise amazing. And as you said as well, like the only setback for it is probably the length. It does take a while, like a lot of your time to actually get to the ending, and then there's even more after the ending you play, and it was just like that's why it's not my number one. But yeah, number two, Red Dead 2. So Andy, give us your number two.
About to piss off probably a lot of people. Okay, so for this one, this number two, this was not more of like a biased choice. This was to me more of what I think changed gaming.
Yeah.
Or at least is like just such a monument for gaming. Probably GTA 5. That's
No,
what's
yeah,
number
yeah.
two for me.
Yeah.
Like I know, like well, you put yours pretty high up. It was like 7, I think. GJ, did you even put GTA on yours?
Nope.
Yeah. So like, people are probably gonna be like, ooh, GTA 5 number 2. I think it's a great game. You know, I loved it. I have really fond memories of when we first played it. Me, you,
Yeah.
Jack, Logan. Oh my God, that was so fucking fun. Um, but also it like you cannot deny the impact it's had on like the community. Like it's had so many memes, and it's just such a big fucking game. Like it's just huge.
Fuck the casino there. Fuck that shit, man.
Yeah, fuck that casino, bro. We hate the casino. The
No,
only
no,
like
Jamie,
negative
Jamie
things
hates
about it.
Jamie hates a blackjack lady. That's who
Fuck
he
the
hates.
blackjack lady, bro. I only rewatched that video like not too long ago.
What, of you having a meltdown?
Yeah. I got so angry. I don't know what. It's because I just didn't win any hands.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
you at the end, bro. You at the end though. That always makes me piss off laughing because like you literally go in your mic, fuck you, slag, and then you point at her ass and you go, you got no ass. Your code literally points. Your code
is where-
perfectly points at her ass and goes, you got no ass.
This is where I lose all my money though, and I go silent, walk away, get more chips, and then come back.
Yeah.
And then I hear Rick
I mean-
Mike going, I got more chips.
I mean, Andy, me and you have a lot of memories of blackjack, like with Ben playing Jason Derulo down his mic with ear rape.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah.
Like, and also in like the
There's-
recent time where he literally made it full on ear rape, like literally where it literally looks like cracking up and stuff. And it sounded really loud.
Oh yeah. Like I have a lot of good memories of GTA 5.
Yeah.
So there is still a little bit of biasm in it, but like I said, I also think like at the time when it came out, because like obviously now it's maybe not overrated, but it's definitely overstayed its welcome. It's been here for a while. We're all ready for a new game, but when it first came out, it was groundbreaking, and it's still like top 3, I think, most sold games of all time. Like GTA 5 is still really fucking hot.
Overstayed its welcome, but like when GTA 6 comes out, it's gonna be sad because it's gonna be like it's the end of an
Does
era.
GTA 6
kinda.
last longer than GTA 5?
Yes,
Yeah,
think so.
they definitely. GTA 7's gonna come out when we're 87 years old.
I think they're gonna do GTA 6 and they're gonna fucking spend like 5 years like perfecting it, bringing out. I think they're gonna do online again. Then they'll move on to that, and then I think hopefully they do a Red Dead 3, but.
That's what I was gonna say. What do you guys think? Do you think they're gonna do? I really want Bully too. Bully was pretty fun. And
I've never played Bully,
That's
actually.
the only. I haven't either. I've seen people play though. It looks really cool. It's pretty funny.
Bully 1
But
should actually
that's
get a full on remaster or remake first.
Well, that's the only thing I don't like. Part of me wants to just get rid of GTA on the list, off the list, because GTA Online got rid of 5 story DLCs and the Bully 2 remaster, and I was so fucking mad about that. Or not
Yeah.
remaster, I'm sorry, but the Bully 2 game. That was the only thing. But I'm gonna put it at number 2 just because it's such a big game, especially your first time playing it, and with first time playing with your friends, it'll be an unforgettable experience. Something close, in my opinion, to what Fortnite was like. So yeah, really big game. Um, People may get mad, but I think it belongs number 2.
Well, I mean, I think it's the
Like
highest selling game of all time, right? So
it's one of the I like it's like top 3. I'm pretty sure.
yeah. So I mean, it's right to put it there. I mean,
Well, that
Yeah.
first day of GTA 6 is gonna be groundbreaking.
Oh, bro.
oh my days.
Invest in Rockstar, bro. Right before it happens, bro. You're gonna get rich, bro.
So we had Batman Arkham City, Red Dead 2 from me, and GTA 5 from Landy. Now, the best game of all time, in your opinion.
I feel like I know
Landy,
both of yours.
start us off.
You probably know mine. We all know Jamie's. I don't think I know what yours is though, CJ.
Do we all know mine?
Yeah,
surprise
yeah,
me.
yours is obvious.
Bro,
Surprise you.
obviously it's what's it called? Oh, Fall Guys. Obviously it's Fall Guys, bro.
Yeah. Come on now.
No, obviously it's Roblox.
Obviously it's Fortnite Festival, bro.
Yeah. It's just. What's your favorite game of all time, then, Landy?
Okay, so I think it like I said, my favorite game, but I'm also not choosing my favorite. I'm choosing the favorite franchise. I'm going with the Doom 1995, 1996 version because my favorite game of all time is, like I said, either Uncharted 4 or Doom Eternal. But I'm going with this Doom because it is such a monument for gaming. It literally created first-person shooters. So like Cyberpunk, Call of Duty, Battlefield, somewhat maybe GTA 5 because they had a
Yeah.
first-person art. Hell, let's go even further. Maybe even like Dead by Daylight or games that even just use the first person in general that may not be a shooter that just uses that first person because Dead by Daylight uses it for the killer. Doom gave birth to that. It's what started the whole first person, and it's crazy because it was such a time that like technology was pretty old. Like it ran on a freaking computer, and the way it was programmed too is really interesting because you can run that bitch on anything, like literally anything. You've seen it before. You can play Doom on a pregnancy test. You can play it on a calculator, and like it's been played on almost everything because the programming is so simple. But it's also like it's weird because this is an old game, but it is still really fucking fun. Like I will play it sometimes, and it's just as fun to me. Maybe not just as fun, but it's like it's more fun than a lot of newer games out here. Because I fucking love Doom, the 1995. It's just so simple. You just click and shoot, and it's still pretty fun. And you have to. It also kind of gave birth maybe to parkour. Not that you can jump or anything. But you have to move around a lot and shit like that to dodge the bullets. That's the one thing about Doom games. You always have to move while playing. If you stand still, you're fucked. But the biggest reason why I'm giving that is because it's what gave birth to first-person shooters. It's over 20 years old, probably. It's getting close to 30 years old, and I think it still holds up really, really, really well compared to today's game standards. Um, and it's still one of the best first-person shooters of all time. And then like I think the only Doom game that might not be that great is Doom 3 because they try to make it to a horror game. But every other Doom game after that's been fucking phenomenal. And then Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal was really fucking good and had really good fucking music. Like Mick Gordon on top, bro. But I think Doom deserves number one because of what it's done for the community. It is such a game changer for first-person shooters because it gave birth to an entire new genre.
Yeah. I remember being young and like my uncle would tell me about Doom because that's what he played growing up, And I played the old version. I don't know which one it was, but I remember playing one on my laptop, and I remember playing through that. I haven't played the newer ones like Doom or Doom Eternal, but I will probably give it a go at some point.
I think you should. It can be it's definitely that's the only thing I will say. It's definitely a PC game. So like it's fun on console because that's what I played it at. But I think you'll have a little more enjoyment if you play it on PC and you've been like a PC nerd. So you've played like a bunch of games, you know how to use a keyboard and everything.
Yeah.
You'll enjoy a lot more on PC. But it's so fucking good. I love it. And the story's not bad either. Doom Eternal didn't really have a story, but Doom 2016 did have a story and it was pretty cool.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. CJ, what's your best game of all time in your opinion?
Well, in the last year, my favorite game of all time has switched because Batman Arkham City was my favorite game of all time. Like ever since I played it back in like the first time back in 2020, like it's always been my favorite game of all time. But like in the last year, it's changed and now gone to number 2, and my number 1 is now The Witcher 3.
Hmm.
And obviously, you know, I've told you to play this game so much. So,
Yeah.
like, it's Witcher 3 is made by the same people that made Cyberpunk,
Yeah.
and they know how to make a great game. Like, The Witcher 3 came out in 2015. I believe it won Game of the Year that year as well. It's just an amazing game. Like the scenery, the combat, story. I said before, more games need to do this. Like when you're playing the game, like the soundtrack of the game will literally play through everything. It'll play when you're free roaming. It'll play when you're in dialogue. It'll play when you're like in battle with like the creatures you're trying to kill, or like people. Like the soundtrack never stops playing, and it just makes the experience so much better. Because the soundtrack is more like, so like medieval, but like more like, I don't really know how to explain it, but like the soundtrack is probably one of the best things of that game, and there's a different soundtrack song for every location you go to. Like I could actually go on for a whole like podcast or just like
Yeah.
anything about how good The Witcher 3 is, and
Yeah.
I never actually knew it existed until I first played it, and then when the next gen console version got announced, that was literally about a few weeks before I got a PS5, and then because I knew I was going to PS5 then, so I knew that was going to be the first thing I played on PS5. Was it not a major improvement, but like because the game already looked good back then. Like you could see, it's one of those games where like you can actually see a lot of things from far away, and the fact they did that for a 2015 game was just incredible. Witcher
Yeah.
3 will always probably be my favorite game of all time, and if anyone hasn't played it, they should. And I hope one day to see you playing on your channel because I would be there for every stream probably.
No, I definitely want to give it a go. And like, I know it's a big game.
Because if you like Cyberpunk, you would love The Witcher. As I said, it's made by the same creators.
Yeah. Have you ever played Landy?
I have not played The Witcher 3. I've heard good things about it, but I have not played it.
Yeah. Is it a long game?
Story wise, I wouldn't say. I mean, it can be long. It can not be the same time. It depends on how much you enjoy it.
Yeah.
But like, if you want to like 100% it, it is going to be like a 100-hour plus game. Like do all the side missions.
God damn.
Damn.
I was
Yeah,
like,
literally.
oh, I mean, it's not
And
that
it's-
long. If you try 100%,
No,
it's
I'm
only
talking about
300
the story.
hours.
The
Nothing too
story.
bad.
The story cannot be like long. It depends on how you play it. Like if you get addicted to it and don't want to stop playing, you can literally finish the story probably like very soon. But if you want to do all the side missions or like the contracts, and there's 2 DLCs to it as well, which are both like phenomenal. DLCs also like add to like the length of the game as well. It's just everything about that game was like perfect. Like that is my perfect game. Same for Arkham City, but like Witcher is just above it as like the perfect game for me.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna give that one a go as well. I've fucking got a massive list. I need to play, but yeah, no, I've always heard good things about it. So yeah. And my best game of all time. I bet you can't guess, guys.
Rocket League.
Drum roll, please. Ooh, it's
Bloodborne, bro.
FIFA 20. I just think it's a really spectacular game, and it like really captures the sport. No, okay. My favorite game of all time. My favorite game of all time is The Last of Us Part 2. I don't know where to start this game. Like, it is the most. I just hold such a special place in my heart, and like, I mean, I love it so much. I even got a fucking tattoo on my arm. Like, it's from start to finish. There's never been a story in a game like it where it completely splits a fan base in half. Where there's people fucking arguing both sides. People drop the game when obviously Joel dies. People drop the game at that point, and then the people who kept going and experienced the whole thing end up liking it. And obviously, it got so much hate. There was leaks before the game came out. I remember a week before it came out, it got leaked, and I think it was you and Logan, Landy, in the party with me, and you were talking about it or something. And I was well, I don't think I had my headset on, but like I remember coming back and you were saying, "Oh, Last of Us Part 2 got leaked," and I was just like, "Oh shit, don't tell me." But it was like I completely went in like blind, and when that happened, part of me was like, "Drop the game," and I don't want to fucking play when there's no Joel. But when you actually found out, why, what happened, and what her motive was, like as CJ kind of touched on, like it's just such an amazing story. And like obviously the Game Awards wasn't rigged that year when it completely swept. Um, but not even just Game Awards, so like even other awards that aren't the Game Awards, it won a whole load of awards, and like you got to admit that it won a load of them awards, and it's a groundbreaking game, especially for something that was on a PS4. It looked amazing. The gameplay was amazing when they introduced like the dodge mechanic. So amazing. Story amazing. It was just perfect in my opinion. And listen, there's gonna be people that disagree with me. One of them being right here, Landy. But I just love it, and obviously it's my opinion. But yeah, the music as well. Fuck, I didn't even fucking mention Last of Us music. Gustavo, I'm not gonna say a second name because I've no idea it's there. But just the soundtrack is fucking outstanding. Like this, I don't know what the instrument's called, but every time you hear them strings, it literally gives you goosebumps. Like it's fucking unreal. Like
I honestly didn't think Last of Us would be The Last of Us without its soundtrack, like without
literally,
Gustavo.
yeah. And just what it transformed into, like just the whole franchise in general, like with the show, it's just yeah. Looking forward to season 2. But yeah, that's my favorite. Yeah. That took a while.
It was like an
Oh
hour and
yeah.
a half, or maybe hour and 45 minutes of our top 10.
Yeah.
There are some like I wanted to put on there.
Have you
Like
got any
God of War
have you
should
got
have
any
been on there.
honorable mentions? That's what I wanted to say. Have you got any honorable
Yeah,
mentions that you want to talk about?
Yeah.
I've got like obviously Last of Us 1. I want to put on there, but
Yeah.
like before these games I've said, I obviously want to put GTA 5 on there because like if I was putting multiplayer games, I would have put Fortnite as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like there's a lot like I could literally go through like a lot of story games that I played that I wish would make it because like top 10. Look, some people would think like, oh, top 10 games all time, easy. When you actually go through it, like it's so difficult.
Yeah, I know.
I
It took
Because
me a
I
minute.
because
Yeah.
I like for my top 10, it was between Heavy Rain and the Mafia 1 remake. Like if you both haven't played the Mafia 1 remake, like that game is absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
And that is how a remake should be. Like because some people with remasters and remakes, they don't look like remasters or remakes, and they look terrible. What happened with Mafia 1 remake is the literal definition of what a remake should be. Like the graphics, just everything was perfectly done for
Yeah.
Mafia 1 remake. And it's
Yeah.
such a great game.
That's also what I wanted to mention with Last of Us, like when it's getting remastered, like obviously a lot of people are fucking angry at that because, you know, everyone wants Naughty Dog to just fucking move on and like focus on something else. Like I know that's what you want, Landy. Like you're getting kind of, yeah, I bet you get pissed. I get pissed off every time you see that. Like there's a lot of arguments to say, it doesn't need to get remastered and what?
the thing is, my argument on that point is
Yeah.
them remaking and remastering it just gives you another reason to play it again.
Yeah.
It literally gives you another excuse. Like, you're like,
But also
like
along
you've
with that,
replayed
it's
it,
like it's like they're not charging full price for it. They're like, if you've already played it, it's a tenner. You know, like
yeah, they're not doing what they did with part one.
exactly. And I was this close to actually buying like the physical thing they were releasing, like the full on like deluxe physical thing for like 100 quid, and like I didn't in the end. I was like, I'll just get the tenner. And like the thing with that as well, they actually, it's not just like they're releasing like, you know, the remaster and being like, I'll just play the story again. They're releasing it with like lost levels, which is like levels they didn't finish. They're doing it with director's commentary, and they're doing like, I forget what the mode's called, like it's like a survival roguelike mode. And all of that for a tenner, like you can't go wrong with that, surely. Like, you know? I just think they justified releasing it, and I think even if you haven't bought it, if you have never played it, I think it's only like 35 or 45 pound. I don't know what that is in dollars, but I think it'll be like $50. It should be around that. But yeah, no, I think they completely justified that. Can I ask you, Landy, what are your problems with it? Because I wanted to get into that as well.
With part 2,
Yeah.
I haven't. So I can't really say much because again I haven't played it. But the biggest thing to me is, and like you said, according to y'all, if you play it, it makes more sense. And I kind of get it. But for me, the biggest issue I've had with it was, they killed off Joel, which, I mean, I feel like if they would have done it in a better way, it would have been fine. But to me, it just didn't make no sense on why a person who's never really had anybody in their life except Joel kills that, like they kill them. And what's her name, Ellie, right? Or
Abby's the
is
one
it,
that killed Joel.
well, no, the one that Joel took care of was Ellie, right?
Ellie, yeah.
Ellie, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so Ellie, she's upset by that, but she still doesn't like kill the person. I get it, like, oh, you're worse than the person you are if you kill that person, but also there comes a point to where you have to like eventually do something. I felt like it was kind of ridiculous for you to go this whole game. Again, maybe it's not the whole game, but at least go through most of it, probably maybe half of it, wanting to kill this person, and then when you get the opportunity, they don't even give you an opportunity to kill it because the other person's like, oh, I'm not doing it. It seems aggravating. It seems like a very, I'm not gonna be rude. I'll just say it seems like a very interesting way of taking the story, and for me, it just seems like if I played it, I would just kind of like how I feel when I play Resident Evil 6. I would just be pissed off the entire time. Because,
Yeah.
oh boy, Resident Evil 6 is very interesting.
Well, the way it goes is like, okay, obviously Joel dies, and then you go through 3 days of like hunting.
Wasn't
this
it
whole crew.
Abby that's like, wasn't it like one of the doctors he killed was her dad or her?
Yeah,
The
the
main
main
doctor
surgeon.
is
Main surgeon.
like, he was the surgeon who was gonna try and get a cure out of Ellie, basically. And obviously, in the first game, when you go and rescue Ellie from the hospital bed, like you have to kill him. Like he's the only doctor that you have to kill is that one. And it was her dad, and obviously, like she got the revenge with going for a bit of golfing. Got Joel in one.
Yeah.
Then,
I mean, she did smack him a few times, to be fair, but
oh, true, yeah.
the way, like,
Maybe she got a
I
bogey.
mean, but like the final like strike, that was.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever felt that kind of like fucking heartbreak of a game, by the way. Like, that was like, oh.
See, the only reason I understand why people didn't like it is because it was literally in like the first 2 hours of the game or less.
Yeah.
Like you literally, people like, I feel like it would have. I mean, it still made sense, obviously, but I feel like the fact they did it that early into the game, kind of is what maybe because you play as Joel pretty much the whole of Last of Us Part 1.
Yeah.
You're like with him the whole of the game, and then it starts off with you playing as him in Part 2. You're like, okay, so we're going to keep switching between Joel and Ellie, and then he just dies all of a sudden.
I think
Um,
that there's a
I
there's a
also
like. Go on, sorry.
I will say though, he took that shotgun to the knee like a champ. Like if that was me, I would have been like fucking yelping and screaming. All he did was go, ugh. That's all he did.
Bro's leg was hanging by a thread, like literally.
His knees, he had no knee,
His knee
and he was
was
just like
fucked.
he was just gritting his teeth. If someone shot my knee out like that, I'd be fucking screaming and shouting. I'd be screaming
Yeah,
bloody murder.
yeah. But I think they're releasing a documentary kind of thing on YouTube, Naughty Dog are soon, where it's like the whole making of part two, and I hope they kind of explain why they made the decision to kill him off so early. But what I was trying to say to you, Land, is like, so obviously he dies, and then you play through like 3 days trying to like hunt down all this crew or whatever, and then it kind of comes to a standpoint when you're at the end of them 3 days. It's where like Abby ends up finding you or whatever. She fucking kills another character that you end up liking towards that point, which is Jessie, and then you play as her. So you play as her for a full 3 days. And then I think throughout them 3 days, what they're trying to do is make you like her, make you see like from her point of view. And that's why I think like the people who continued playing after that would kind of see like kind of accept it a bit more to the point where it's like you won't be pissed off all game. Like if you know what I'm trying to say. Like because you play
Yeah.
it literally starts you off you being her as a kid with her dad and like that kind of connection, and then it's like okay, you see like how close they were. You know, they've been in this apocalyptic world for however long together, and like obviously when she dies, like she wants to get revenge, and I think it all comes to a head when it's like Ellie's basically in Abby's position where she wants to kill Abby now, and it's kind of like she didn't do it because it's kind of trying to teach that revenge isn't the way, because it would just revenge never stops, because if Ellie was to kill Abby, then Abby was also with someone, like that someone would go and kill Ellie. Like, you know, I think it's a big story, and like I know so many people won't like it, and so many people don't like it, and I completely respect everyone that does not like it. You know, everyone's allowed their own opinion, and yeah, I mean that's just pretty
Yeah,
much
as you
it, to be honest.
like mentioned Jesse, like I feel like the way he got like killed off was like he got done so dirty.
Bro, they all got done so dirty. Man. That's fucking. I don't know how Tommy didn't end up dying, by the way, but
Yeah,
that's
because
another
didn't Pro
fucking.
get shot right inside the head?
Literally, it's
But
fucking.
yeah, as you said about the ending, but like I feel like we said about like Ellie not killing Abby, obviously not doing it because it would have made it better. I feel like she didn't also do it because she knew that Joel wouldn't want her to do it. Like
Yeah, well, I never truly got it because she gets like a flashback when she's like strangling her underwater. Like she gets a
yeah,
flashback of
and then
like
Joel's
Joel.
just like looking.
Yeah.
Y'all say that, but also Joel did kill someone to save
No.
to
Yeah.
save her. So
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
I also think it's a little unfair that it's kind of like um Abby got to get her revenge, but Ellie couldn't get hers.
'Cause I
I
feel
think
like
it's just an unfair situation.
No,
I
I
think
see
Joel
that.
noticed after what he did was like when Ellie found out like what he did,
Yeah.
you could see in his face that he had made a mistake. Like he shouldn't have done it, even though he said he would do it again.
Yeah.
You could tell there's probably part of him that like, it's like, what if I didn't do it? But then again, he wouldn't have.
Yeah.
Ellie wouldn't be there, so he'd probably be back in his same phase he was after Sarah died.
Yeah. Listen, not everyone's gonna like the same game. You know, so it is what it is. Like it's like is what it is. Yeah, basically. So, but just to end this topic off, can we have a run through of the full top 10 from you, Landy? Your full top 10.
All right, hold on, I gotta pull it back up. So my top 10, a couple of honorable mentions was Phasmophobia, and I've also got to include Inscription. Inscription's a really good game. If y'all have never played it. It's I don't know if it's free anymore, but I know it was eventually free on PlayStation Plus. It might still be free. Really good indie game, liked a lot. Um, And then yeah, that's probably like the only two I can think of right now. But my top 10 game list was number 10 was Arkham City. I love Arkham Knight a lot, but I think Arkham City changed all of the superhero gaming, and it was a great sequel, which is very few times as a game or like anything where the sequel's better, but Batman was one of them. Number 9 was Wii Sports. Number 8 was Minecraft. Number 7 was Fortnite. Number 6 was FNAF 2. Number 5 was Undertale. Number 4 was Uncharted 4. Number 3 was Resident Evil 4. Number 2 was GTA 5. And number 1 was Doom 1990 whatever.
99 whatever. Let's go. CJ,
Let's
give us
go.
top 10.
As I said, my honorable mentions were obviously GTA, Fortnite, Mafia. Another one I'd say, so I mentioned earlier, was with Persona 5. That was such a phenomenal game when I played it. I remember literally when I first played it, I would literally spend the whole day playing it. That's literally how addicted I was to it. So if a game could do that for me, then that just shows that it's like a very good game. If you literally maybe spend like the whole day playing it, like no breaks at all. I literally spent like maybe like once like 10 hours of the day playing Persona 5. Didn't stop. But anyway, yeah, my top 10 games of all time. Number 10, Heavy Rain. Number 9, Batman Arkham Asylum. Number 8, Marvel Spider-Man, the first game. Number 7, Red Dead Redemption, the first game. Number 6, Marvel Spider-Man 2. Number 5, Red Dead Redemption 2. Number 4, Last of Us 2. Number 3, Ghost of Tsushima. Number 2, Batman Arkham City. And number 1, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt.
Nice. And my top 10 was, I had honorable mentions of Minecraft didn't make it into my list, Spider-Man didn't make it into my list, and Village didn't make it into my list. But I also had GTA San Andreas for the PS2, which was like a pretty big game for a PS2, that is. I remember playing it when I was young, and like, yeah, it was decent. But so number 10 I had Fortnite. Number 9 I had the Batman. I just put out Batman Arkham series. Number 8 Resident Evil 2. Number 7 Uncharted 4. Number 6 GTA 5. Number 5 Cyberpunk 2077. Number 4 Uncharted 2. Number 3 The Last of Us Part 1. Number 2 Red Dead 2. And number 1 The Last of Us Part 2. And that concludes that top 10. That took a long time.
Yeah.
I didn't expect to be talking about that topic for so long. And honestly, if you guys are still listening, appreciate you. And you can a poll's still a thing on YouTube.
You can do it in your community tab, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, well, either go over to that and vote who had the best top 10 list, or just leave it in the comments if you are still watching or listening. But yeah, we are gonna try and close this podcast out now with a few questions from the comments. I didn't get many, so if you do have any questions for the next podcast episode, leave them in the comments of this video, and we'll answer them for you. But so the first question I've got is going to be for all of us, from Flip the Boss. It is, what games and consoles did you grow up with? Who wants to answer first?
I'll go first.
Yeah, go on.
The first game I ever played was the OG Crash Bandicoot 1. Like on
W.
Yeah.
what console was it? Like, was it the PS1? Was it PS2?
PS1, yeah, PS1.
It was PS1, yeah.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure, I think it was my dad and mum. I can't remember who it was because it was obviously a long time ago. I was literally like really young. I think I was like 3 or 4. But I remember them playing it, and it was so fun to like watch them play it. And like, Crash Bandicoot is literally one of like the childhood games of PlayStation, even though it's not
Yeah.
PlayStation exclusive anymore. But like, that's like the first game I like properly played. But after that, I didn't really play many games afterwards because I don't know, more focused on other stuff. But the main console for me, the main console that I had was a Nintendo DS. That's the one I played a lot, like as a kid. I played a lot of Lego games, like Lego Star Wars. I played all the Lego Star Wars games. Like, that's like the first one, second one, Complete Saga, and I've also played the Skywalker Saga, which also, again, would be an honorable mention for my top 10 games of all time. Games keep coming back to my head for honorable mentions, I don't know why. Yeah, a lot of Lego games, Lego Batman, Lego Indiana Jones, Tomodachi Life. Like, I've always said, if that game gets put...
Tomodachi Life. Oh my god.
I've always said if that game gets put to Nintendo Switch, that's the time I will get a Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
because that game was like
Tom
so
Adventure
good.
Life is really fucking fun.
Tom and Actually Life was the shit. And then yeah, after that, next one I can remember was the original Modern Warfare 2. So
Yeah.
my dad was playing it. This is I think when it first came out, and I always remember that mission with Soap and Roach in the snow. I've forgotten what the mission's called, but like it's pretty much where trying to get like I think it's called the ACS module. That was the first ever campaign mission I played for a Call of Duty game, and I remember that to this day. That's why I love that game so much because it literally got me into multiplayer gaming because of Call of Duty.
Mm. Mm. Landy, what games and consoles did you grow up with?
I grew up with a decent amount, and like honestly, I don't remember a lot of it. I know I played the Wii a lot. I love Wii Sports. I think that was the first console I ever like. That was actually mine. I think the first ever console I played on was a PlayStation 2. But the first ever console I had was the Wii, so I played the Wii a lot. Wii Sports was great. I love Mario Brothers. Um, and then I also got a PlayStation. Well, my dad had a PlayStation 3. I played on his a lot. That's where I learned to play the Uncharted games. I love those. I always loved the Ratchet and Clank. I think Bandicoot was more so when I started talking to Jamie and stuff was when I finally got around to playing those because I'd always wanted to play them. I just didn't,
Yeah.
get them. But I played a lot of Ratchet and Clank. Ratchet and Clank is fucking goated. Like I said, the Uncharted games. Um, that's really about all I can think of. I also started getting into a FNAF around like when I was like 12, 11, 12 is when I started getting into those. Started watching all that. That's what got me into YouTube. So, yeah, I don't remember a lot of it, but that's
Yeah.
that's like the main ones I remember.
Yeah. For me, the first console I ever had was a PS2, and I'd play like Crash, Twinsanity, Nitro Kart. Um, I did used to play a lot of FIFA. Um, uh, what was it? Oh, Simpsons Hit and Run. Honestly, peak. Um, the Wii, Mario Kart Wii was fucking peak as
Oh,
well.
Oh yeah, Mario Kart.
Um, Wii Sports and Wii Sports Resort. Used to play that a lot. Then I had a PSP as well, which I played. I can't even name any, but um, yeah,
I mainly had a PSP and I just played the old SVR games.
yeah. It's what there was like Medal of Honor, I think it was, and like GTA 3, GTA San Andreas, and like I think on the PSP it was called GTA like or was it Vice City Stories? It was one of them. Just them kind of games and then kind of consoles. Like I remember just getting a PS2 at Christmas, and I was like, fucking, I went nuts. Like it was crazy. Um, but yeah, Flip, thank you for the question. Now a question from Jackson Gaming Vipa 8. Vapor? Is that Vapor or Viper? I don't fucking know. What tips would you give a new content creator? I feel like CJ can start us off again.
You like a Well, I'd say the main thing is that it's best if you can find a schedule, because if you're just randomly posting, then I could like not be a good start. That's kind of what I did when I first started. Um, so make sure you find a schedule so you know when you're gonna post, so you can always make time, for other stuff. So you know the days you aren't gonna be posting, you can make plans to do like things with your family, your friends, etc. Also, be consistent, because if you're not consistent, then some people just like aren't going to find your channel, or like some people who found your channel aren't always going to come back. Um, I've seen some people say like a good consistent way is to always start off by posting once a week. If you can deal with that, then try and like put it down to like maybe every like 5 days, maybe 4 days. So I'd say, yeah, try and be as consistent as you can. And also, the final tip I'd give is probably just don't be focused about the numbers. Like, don't get disheartened about
Facts.
it,
Yeah.
because I remember I used to be like, as Jamie said in his video, I used to always care about the numbers, and obviously nowadays my views have gone down a little bit of what they used to be. But as I said, I'm not really focused on numbers right now. I just prefer making out the content and getting out there for people to see. So yeah, don't be all focused on numbers. Be focused on creating the content that you enjoy, and keep your focus on that. Because if you keep focused on numbers, you're probably going to get disheartened very soon, and you'll probably make you quit.
Well, I agree with that. I agree with that. And like, I'd say like for a tip from me is like, just find something that you enjoy doing. Like, don't do something that you think is a trend that would get you up quicker. Like, because I've learned very quickly that, I think I started doing YouTube, like, this channel has been since 2011, but I think I fully started doing it, like, a few years later. But, like, I learned very quickly that there's no shortcuts. Like, you need to grind, and you need to, you need to get through hard times to have the good times. Like, just find something that you enjoy doing and find something that you're good at, and you won't get bored of easily, and you'll enjoy keep going back to it. That's why, like, I play games, like, because I play games in my free time, and like, I figured with I'll do it for content. But like, just find something that you actually have fun doing, and something that won't make you burn out, and something that won't make you like hate making videos and making content. Like, just do that. But yeah, Landy, you got any little tips other than those?
Um, Probably the worst person to ask because I don't ever upload. I would say something I've been trying to work on now because I feel like out of all of us, I'm the one with the busiest schedule, and I feel like I shouldn't say I feel like I'm like the most realistic one, but I feel like for a lot of people, there's gonna be people who want to do content and stuff, but have a full-time job, and maybe some will have a girlfriend, or like me doing college and work, or like all three, like me having a girlfriend, spending time with family, going to college, going to work full time, and you just feel like you don't have
Yeah,
time to ever record videos. One thing I've been trying to work on, and this is something that's not even just good advice for a content creator, but just good advice in general, and it's one of the things I've learned a lot, is good time management. Just making sure, kind of like basically what CJ said, like, just making a schedule. But although I'm gonna tweak it a little bit, not like a schedule for like people for you to like, oh, well, it's gonna upload every Wednesday. More so a schedule like, okay, like for me, I always have Sundays off. That's when I'm off work and I don't have college that day. It's usually my family day, but what I could start doing is just being like, okay, my family does this later at night, so I'm gonna get up earlier, which is hard because that's my only day I get to sleep. But be like, okay, I'll get up earlier and I'll spend 2 hours working on a video,
yeah,
and that kind of gets you started on a pattern. And once you start doing that, then maybe you can try and start uploading a little more consistently, but just mainly finding time. And I know it's hard to do, especially like if you're like me and you like sleep and you never get sleep because you're always so busy all the time, and you're not a morning person, you like to stay up late like me, but everything around you requires for you to be up early. um but just find a schedule, man. Just there's like if you have good time management, you could do anything you ever want. And that's something I've definitely realized. Just find good time management.
no, I got that as well. Like, it's before I came back, it was like I felt like it was just so like hard to even find time for just even playing games in general, let alone making content. Like,
Yeah.
and then when I really sat down about it, like, yeah, I can spare like an hour here or like an hour there, like, and definitely time management, 100%. Like, just make sure that you have time, like, you can make content, but make sure you have time for yourself, your family, and like, you know, I don't know, like, who this is. Answer the question. I don't know how old you are. I don't know what situation you are in life, but like, just make sure you have that time for yourself as well, because you need to always have a moment to wind down, to wind down and like relax for yourself, because if you're just continuously doing things, going to work and then going to spend time with, someone else and then doing something else, blah, blah, and then you don't give yourself a bit of time to relax and unwind, like you'll go crazy. Seriously, like mentally, it won't be the way that like it won't be good at all. Um, but yeah, thank you for your question, Jackson. I'm just gonna call you Jackson Gaming because I don't know what that is at the end, but Jackson Gaming, man. What's up? Got two more questions, I'd say. From Archie. What single player games do you plan on playing on the channel in the future? I mean, you can just answer if what single player games you want to play in the future. It doesn't have to be on the channel, but yeah, what games do you want to play in the future? I think let me start. I'll start because I've got a few games. Like there's been a few games mentioned today that I'm gonna be playing. Like I want to be playing God of War. I want to get into like. I've been told to give that a chance because I've been told it's a slow start as well. I want to get into God of War, and then if I like it, probably God of War Ragnarok, The Witcher, Ghost, fucking the Batman games, Mafia, just a load of games, Like there's gonna be a lot on the channel, but yeah. Anything you're looking forward to, Landy?
I'm gonna try and give Red Dead 2 another chance. Because it seems like everyone says it's really good. This one, there was a game I was actually recording, and then it turned out to be semi-fake, so I was really upset because I'm really excited for it. It's gonna be coming to the channel. It is a Five Nights at Freddy's fan game. It seems really cool. It's called FNAF in Real Time. It's basically literally just the first game, but instead of it all being like images and stuff, it's more like how Steelwool did their VR game where they're actually moving in real time, and it seems really fucking creepy, really fucking well done. So I'm definitely gonna be playing on that on the channel. I believe that's coming out later out this year. Very excited about that. And then as for single player campaigns for the channel, there's not much I can think of. I want to try and think of more things though, because I'm wanting to kind of get back and find the schedule to make videos maybe at least once a week.
Yeah.
And so I want to start finding like games to play on the channel because like usually I do multiplayer games, and that's probably the better version because I feel like more entertaining when I'm with my friends rather than by myself. But I'd like to start playing single player campaigns. I don't know whether it be just random games or like an actual like how CJ does where he plays like Red Dead or he plays God of War, Spider-Man, things like that. And then I should start recording it, but mainly just the FNAF game, and maybe Red Dead 2. There's not really any other single player campaigns that I've thought about, like that I haven't played. I'm getting my girlfriend Anna to play like Deltarune. She hasn't played it before. I'm really looking forward to that because I fucking love Deltarune. But as far as a first experience for me, nothing I can really think of.
Yeah. CJ, you playing anything? Anything planned coming to your channel or plan on playing anything?
Well, there's like a lot of games I plan to like play. Like for this year, because I recently found out that like in 2023 I uploaded like over like 100 videos, and that's excluding shorts.
Damn.
So like over 100. I mean, apparently in 2022 I did more, which was even crazier. Be like this year I'm gonna finally play Cyberpunk for the first time. I'm gonna play, getting Resident Evil 8 and the fourth game, the remake.
Yeah.
Finally going to continue Mass Effect because I started Mass Effect 1 back in like June of 2022 and finished it in August, and just haven't played the second game since. So I'm finally getting to Mass Effect 2, and I'm going to try and also get into like the Alan Wake series. And it's just this year is going to like be like where I do like a lot of like different games, because 2023 most of it was just RDR2 because that's a long game. That took me like 35 videos to like fully finish. Yeah, and with like the only maximum of like an hour you can to record, which I still think PlayStation needs to improve.
Definitely.
I've said this for so long that PlayStation needs to make it longer than an hour.
Yeah.
And that just like kind of limits me. But I feel like because I used to stream them, like my story games instead of record them, but I feel like I have more fun recording them. then streaming it. So, yeah,
Yeah.
most of it was just RDR2 because I started that game in June and then finished it in like November on the channel. So most of it is literally just RDR2. So I want to do more different games this time.
Yeah. I look forward to that. Final question from Tim 4511. What's the most times you've played through a single game, and what game is it? So like, I guess the story, like, what's something you've played through the most of like one story?
I mean, you can already guess mine.
Batman, yeah. What one?
City.
City, okay.
I think I've definitely played through that story like, I've definitely played like a good 6 times.
Yeah.
Like, I could easily go back to that game, and as I said, if they ever remade it on the Arkham Knight engine, that would make it another time that I go through the game.
Yeah.
I feel like if I'm ever just going through a dry state of gaming, I'll always just replay the Arkham games.
No, yeah, I'm like that as well with certain games.
If I haven't got anything to play that I want to play in my spare time, I'll just go through and replay the Arkham games again. That's why I probably played Asylum and City so many times. Night I haven't played as much, but like, yeah, say Asylum and City are definitely like the games that I've played through the most.
Yeah. Landy?
I'm trying to look for it real quick because I want to get the exact amount. I'm pretty sure the game I played the most, like story-wise, is Undertale, which is not because like of me playing it. It's mainly because I've been showing other people the game.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I've played it over like 15 to 20 times. I'm looking at it. It says I've played it for over 156 hours. Mainly though, like I said, it's because usually like I will play it with someone and they usually play it on my user. But in terms of like a game I've actually played myself and we've done a lot of times would probably be, there's a lot of them. I've played Uncharted a lot. I used to play it a lot, and I beat everyone except Uncharted 3 and Uncharted 4 on the highest difficulty. I want to kind of go back and try that again because that was a bitch to do. So probably either Uncharted or the Batman games. I played those a lot too. Um, I'm gonna go with Uncharted because I'm pretty sure that's where I played the most because I fucking love those games.
Yeah. Mine's between, like, I've played The Last of Us Part 2 like at least 6, 7 times. Because I went for it the first time, then I did a New Game Plus, then I went for the Platinum, then I did Grounded runs, and then all that shit, and then it's either between that or it's between GTA 5 because I've played through the GTA 5 story fucking so many times as well. And
Oh, yeah, that could be another one for me as well. The GTA 5 story.
it's between the two. It's either GTA 5 or The Last of Us Part 2 for me. But yeah. Well, thank you for the questions, everyone. As I said, if you have any questions for the next podcast, please drop them down in the comments, and we will answer them. But yeah, I think we're finally going to be ending off this podcast. We have been going for at least 2 hours nearly. Was it 2 hours? Yeah.
Oh, it was
I think
4
almost
hours.
3.
Or
I think almost
3.
3.
Free?
Almost 3. Yep. I think it could be like between 2.5 and 3.
Oh no, we started at oh shit. Oh, shit,
We started at like 6:15.
It's going on to 3 hours, yeah. Oh shit. Well, if anyone sat through it all, appreciate you. And I appreciate you two coming on as well. Listen, both their links will be down in the description. I'd love to have you guys on again because this was a lot of fun actually.
Oh yeah, I enjoyed it anytime.
Yeah, 100%.
So anything you want to shout out that's coming soon or anything you want to tease? Anything?
I've basically already shouted out what I'm going to be doing, so I'm going to leave it to Andy.
Go on, Andy.
Oh, okay. I was going to leave it to CJ. Basically, kind of like everything I said. I already announced that it's going to be a new Best Moments. You guys can go hopefully check that out before the end of this year. Violent Nights is out. Go listen to that. Probably my favorite song. Probably shouldn't be teasing this, but fuck it, I'm going to tease it anyway. I worked on a collab song with someone. It is done. I believe he's trying to get it on his album. I don't know when that's going to come out though, but hopefully maybe me and him can reach a compromise and release just a single, because I think either Violent Nights or this song that we made is the best song I've ever made. Probably the collab song. I think it's a fucking banger. Kevin thinks the fucking Violent Nights is the best banger, and so does my girlfriend Anna. So yeah, I'm also gonna try and maybe do more streams. I'm still trying to fucking beat Ultimate Custom Night. I didn't beat it last year, and that was my fucking goal, even though I was 30 seconds away. So I'm hopefully gonna try and do streams again eventually and start playing Ultimate Custom Night. So look forward to those streams where you can see me slowly dying on the inside. But nah, I think that's just about everything. I don't really have much planned. Hopefully I'll have more planned in the future.
I remember coming in, I think I came in for like a few seconds and you were screaming about something.
Yeah, apparently I just like literally I black out, and apparently I just talked about how much I love dick in my mouth at one point.
Oh.
And Kevin clipped it and sent it to me. He's like, "This you, bro?" Yeah. So I be going through it when I play Custom Night.
Yeah. But yeah, make sure you please check them both out. They're great people, and they're great creators as well. And make sure you check them out and all their stuff they're doing, because yeah, just check them out. And I appreciate you both coming on, as I said, and I'd love to have you both on again, because this was a lot of fun. So thank you. And
thank you for having us.
No worries.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
No worries, man. Anytime. Thank you guys for everyone who listened, watched. I appreciate you all. Thanks for sitting through this 3-hour long podcast. Didn't fucking expect that. I thought we would struggle to get to an hour, let alone 3 hours. So yeah, this could be a bitch to like fucking put together, but we're gonna run it, man. So thank you guys for watching, listening. If you liked it, drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Have a question or a topic that you want covered in the next podcast? Drop them in the comments below. And thank you for tuning in to the Jamie Hills Podcast. See you next time.